All right, there should be a new stream now. Fucking hell. Not that one. Okay. Everyone here?
Yep.
Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that. Internet just crashed for some reason. No reason to go through all that again. So, you walk up to the shopkeep. Go ahead. Start.
Oh, we found a shopkeeper?
Yeah, you found a magical shopkeeper.
So right outside the shop, I was just gonna say that one. I'm not going in there.
Oh, let's go. And I push him in. Let's go. Hello.
I don't need it.
A human man rotates towards you all. Hello.
Oh God, is this the person that I bought the hat from?
Yes.
Hello. Again.
Hello.
We're here to purchase a way to breathe underwater, whether it be a scroll, an item, amulet. We're looking for magical means.
I figured as much. Well, I think we have some potions of water breathing in the back. Let me go check.
Of course.
Comes back. Right. Well, you're in luck, actually. These were commissioned by our previous lord of the city, and, well, he never came to come pick them up. Neither were they ever paid for, so we still have 12 of them available. Puts them up on the table.
How long did they last?
Roughly an hour each.
I say we buy all of them.
How much are they?
They are 400 gold apiece.
400 gold apiece.
That was the commission rate, yes.
400 gold an hour. Jesus.
Times are tough.
I know a woman that can hold her breath for an hour for much less than that.
Yes, I bet you do. I'll take. They last how long again?
1 hour apiece.
1 hour apiece.
Yes. You drink the
Amazing.
potion, and then you are able to breathe water as if you were breathing air.
And then you don't have any mariner's armor here, do you?
No, we don't really sell magical armors.
You know a place that does?
Well, I was thinking for a heavy armored friend over here, and I referenced Sir's Bardakha. Be kind of awkward to swim in that. But yes, I think the potions would be a good way to go. You said 400 per?
400 each, yes. Of course, we could warrant a small discount if you're purchasing them as a bundle.
Yeah, trying to do some math here. How many do you have?
12.
4,800.
Yeah.
4,800. Would you do 4,000 flat?
Persuasion.
Okay.
I would assist, but that only works if I'm intimidating.
31.
Oh, that doesn't work.
4,000 would be a wonderful price. And he'll move over the old-fashioned milk carrier that has 6 on each side of it for the potions.
I look at it. Do they look like a potion of water breathing?
Have you ever seen a potion of water breathing before?
No.
Okay. You may
Or
roll an
argue them,
Arcana
nervous.
check to see if they are magical. Then
Okay. 22.
we love 22. Looking at them,
Hey!
it is texture-wise similar to water, slightly more viscous. And instead of it being like a clear, like water is, it's more of a vibrant blue, like a beautiful lake blue. It seems magically infused.
Okay. And then with a quick snap of my finger and with detect magic, I'm assuming they ping.
Yeah, they're all magical.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Is it safe to say that this is a? And I look at Bardakov. Would you say that this is a party fun type scenario?
I mean, I hope so because I have no money right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out.
Yeah.
But yes,
The downtime poor folks.
Glenn's just thinking, wow, Cat really saves us a lot of money then, huh? With her spells.
yeah.
Yes.
Can she learn spells based off potions, or does it have to be scrolls?
Scrolls.
You've been doing wizard shit, Glenn.
It scrolls, man. You gotta copy down formulas and stuff into the books.
Do you have
I
a
mean-
scroll of water breathing?
Oh no.
We do not. That is all we have.
Yeah.
Enjoy!
What else do you
Thank
have?
you.
around
Have a
here?
good day.
We have common potion. You all have been up and down my shop looking for things over the last few months. Not much of our inventory has changed.
Okay.
As you're having this discussion, Sandy's just putting that in his bag of holding.
Oh, you have a bag holding? We all got one of those things. It's crazy. Do you have a? I'm just curious. Do you have a miniature portal carved from ivory here?
Type that out for me. A miniature portal?
Porthole.
Porthole.
Yeah, it's for the Mordekainen spell.
The fuck is a porthole?
That.
It's the.
Yeah, I'm looking at
shit.
images on Google.
Or a porthole is the window in the side of a ship.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You have
He's
to
gonna get a bunch of
enunciate,
frames.
Carl.
Shut
throw-
the
Wait.
fuck up.
A miniature portal carved from ivory.
Yes. It's one of the. It's the only item I wouldn't have in my house for the Mordekainen magical mansion.
Unfortunately, we don't. We do have ivory, if you wish to purchase some of that, and maybe find a woodworker who can do it for you.
Damn. Yeah, I'll take it.
Alrighty. One ivory tusk is all you'll be requiring.
Yes.
50 gold.
50 gold.
Yeah. There's not
With
an
our-
infinite supply of elephants.
You do know that they naturally reproduce. There is quite literally an infinite supply of them.
Not really. There's a lot of people who end up purchasing them for ornate things, and there's not as many elephants that are domiciled enough to be harvested from, to supply everybody cheaply, at least.
I tell you what, for you, I'll do 10 gold's worth.
And in theory, yes, to carve a portal, you just need a sliver.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm not breaking an entire tusk just because you don't need all of it. You buy the tusk or 40 gold.
40 gold. 35.
I'm sorry, sir, but that is my purchasing price. I would be making no money.
We said 40 gold?
40 gold. One ivory tusk is usually 50 gold, so that is a discount.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
Here you go.
I'll take it and put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Hindsight, in hindsight, probably could have went to a magic shop.
I mean,
Fucking level 14 and we're haggling again.
yeah.
I don't know why you're haggling. You guys have 50 gold. Like, it wasn't.
It's what I do.
barely
Okay?
have
Yeah,
50
yeah.
gold.
Well, best of luck, all of you. Oh, by the way, Glenn, we are keeping our eye out on that book, but it is a young adult's book, so I'm not sure if we'll see it at mage colleges.
Right. Worth a shot, though. Thank you, though.
Sure, yes. Goodbye.
Of potions of water breathing.
Yep. So that's 2 hours apiece for all 6 of you.
Well, oh, shit. What do we do now? I mean, do we just start leaving?
We have to go there. Unfortunately, I've never been there, so I wouldn't be able to teleport us there.
I mean, I could with some risk.
Yeah, that's the big question. Is it worth the risks?
I mean, come on, you guys aren't down for a good old-fashioned road trip with your buddy Glenn?
No.
I mean, I have
can hang out with you. I am not road tripping.
I mean, I have the cart and the horse. Like we can if we need a ride there, we can ride there.
Well, it's also a lake. You could charter a vessel from Avaloa all the way up there, or from Alona all the way up there.
I'm still on the Alona map. Can you put us on the
Oh,
Alona
yeah. That might help, huh?
Yeah.
There you
Wouldn't
guys
leave
go.
us so blind.
So
He's been pinging us this whole time.
I have. So it is here, and the water goes wee 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 wee.
It casts cone of water.
Okay, more time. There's Funakale. Oh yeah, we can just chart a vessel, right?
From
There's-
Alona?
for sure. From Alona, we can do Alona. We can go there from, I think Spalding too. No.
Spalding, no. Spalding is stuck in its
Oh
lake.
yeah, I
Cut off
had to zoom
by
out.
Yeah.
I also isn't
Oh, no.
isn't this a downwards going river?
Yes.
There's a
Yeah, we can do
waterfall
that.
here as well, so unless that's like a map detail that's not accurate.
There's a what?
A waterfall.
That's a detail that's not accurate.
Ah, okay then. That was gonna put a bit of a hamper in plans, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can take a vessel from Alona to Clayton or Claytel.
Shall we do that?
And you guys know how to drive a boat?
Yes, I can. Just give me a night.
Okay, we got ourselves a captain then.
Well, we don't need to do that if we can charter a boat.
I minor
Someone else.
illusion a captain's hat on you.
Try to like swipe it away, and my hands just go through it.
Good lord.
I have an image, Glenn. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. I mean, luckily, I won't need to drive a water vehicle, right? Like, if we can charter a boat, it's a commission.
All right, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good plan. I mean, if we need to,
Interesting.
we could. We have other options too, right? We can also teleport cart and horse to Alona, and we can take the planes there if we need to.
I prefer the water.
Can't you teleport?
Yes, I've never been to Claytel though. So there's
No,
risk.
I know, but we go from here to Alona. This part here may be a problem.
You're not
Right.
showing us anything.
You're not
I
showing
know.
me that.
I'm trying to click on the map.
How dare you?
My PC is fucking dying
Yeah.
at the moment. Why?
Wait, so which direction
Here.
are you going? This?
That part, the red line, may be a small
Ow.
problem.
And
And then
what
yeah,
about
we go
this?
through the suspicious owlbear
Hated
habitat.
ground.
It's the owl's den and the bear's den.
Yeah, and then in
That's where
between
the
is the
owlbear-
owlbear Valley.
Not canonical yet.
It's been there for
Out there,
months.
Valley.
That note has been there for months, Joey. You've not removed it. It's canon.
It's not canon
Uh,
yet until anybody goes there.
So yeah, we go there. If is there a bridge across this?
Well,
line?
Well, looking at the map, right, it's safe to say there's a bridge here and there's a bridge here since of how the ley lines look.
There is not a bridge here, but they do have ferries that venture across these two areas. Over here, this is a low tide path where when the tide is low, you can travel across it with a little bit of haste. When the tide's high, you have to wait for it to get low again because it doesn't create it lowers the water enough that you can actually pass through.
Okay, that's a lot better. I thought it was a marsh.
Well, I mean, it practically is, but it's like a traversable compared to not.
Yeah. Yeah, we could take the ferry.
It's more of a wetland than a marsh.
I'm not going into that. I prefer the idea of a ferry. The ferry seems easier. Also, will probably take us, a week less of travel just to get ferry across that river or that part of the lake, and then we go through Owlbear country up the river to Clayton.
Okay, so you want to go on foot opposed to going up the river.
Sure.
So you want to go this way is what you're saying, opposed to that way. The ferries should be big enough to take the horse and the cart, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they are designed to be able to take up to a wagon, or up to two wagons, and then their steeds across.
Okay, yeah, I just have a cart, so
It's fine. You get cart. I have bear to pull it,
I mean I have a horse.
and I have a bear.
Where are you getting the bear from?
New
I have a
animal
bear now.
species. Bear horse.
Bear horse.
Where am I getting the bear?
Oh,
Paladin. I click fingers. Have you not met Boris yet?
I thought his name was Sergey.
no, because last time when we went to Sharpton, y'all just kind of chilled in the cart.
It's a good point. Yes, I will summon him. He's good boy.
Okay. If it's strong enough to pull a cart, then yeah, it's not an issue.
It's a polar bear. He's big.
I don't know what that is.
Think the biggest bear you've ever seen.
An owlbear.
Not quite owl bear size, but big.
Oh.
Like 1.5 normal bear.
Mm.
Yeah, I've only ever seen like the bears that are brought back from the hunts when we'd have the royal hunts. So hated those things. Yeah,
Bears
but
are
yeah,
the
let's do that.
hunts.
Yes. Yeah, then in that case, we can teleport to Alona then, and we'll take the cart, and then you can summon your bear, and then we can like just leave. Just let me know when you guys are ready. If there's anything else you need to prep for, also Alona is another area you can prep at if you need to.
So a bit of what do you call it?
Summon a camel.
A bit of a logistics issue here. You can only teleport 8 of us or the cart.
Oh, is it?
There's one way of getting around that if the cart is being worn or carried.
Boris, hold this.
8 willing creatures of your choice in range. Or a single object. Oh, I guess you're right. And then we're walking.
No,
Boris
we're
shall
fine.
carry.
Or you just buy a new cart when you get there.
We're already spending so
Well,
much
okay,
money.
so here's worn or carried. Does the cart have to be within my carrying capacity for me to be considered to be carrying it?
Yes.
You're being crushed if it isn't.
Okay. Worn or carried by one person or by several people? Because between the group
It can
of
be
us-
carried by several people.
Yeah, we just 4 of us hold the cart and Reese teleports us.
You
I hate this
guys.
plan.
That means 3 of you have to be carrying it, and Reese teleports you.
How
Yeah.
much is a cart? How much?
They're not that heavy.
Great question.
Yeah.
They're not expensive. It's like
Three normal dudes could carry a cart.
we could just buy a cart.
It's 200 pounds.
200
That's-
pounds. That's not bad. But how
I'm
much?
sure that's within my drag capacity.
And then
I-
how much does it cost to get a cart? Because like, why are we taking so
15
much?
gold.
It's
That's what I'm
so
saying,
much
like-
money.
Let's just go. Let's just
Why-
go,
why-
guys.
That's what I was saying. Like, why are we? What?
Uh,
Also, when we're there in Alona, since it's one of the bigger capitals of magic items, we can check if there's Mariner plate for Bartikov while we're out there. So,
All right,
Let's see
so to Alona, let's go.
okay.
I don't
Hope you
think
guys
I
don't-
can wear plate mail.
It could be in multiple different kinds of armor. It could be leather,
Oh.
medium, or heavy.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna turn everyone into. I'm gonna have everyone get together and be like, hopefully, you're gonna be smelling like sulfur for like an hour, letting you know. I'm gonna stop.
Glenn like huddles everyone up in like a football style huddle. Let's go.
I'm gonna snap my fingers, and we're all gonna like turn into black smoke and very supernatural vibes when we move.
All right. And you
Like
all
the
appear.
concept or the show.
Yes.
The show.
You all appear in the city streets of Alona in a black puff of smoke. As you appear, you see several individuals kind of look over towards you all, and they've gotten used to it by now, so they just keep going about their business. And to save you all some time, after 1 hour of investigating, you think it'll take you roughly about a week to find Mariner's plate, if it even is in the city.
Oh,
How about a cloak of
Same
Manta Ray?
answer for any other magical items you guys are looking for.
damn.
I gave you your potions. They were there. That's all that was canonically available. If you want to commission for
Well-
that item, you can, but that'll take several weeks.
You know what? We'll just have to walk Bart across the ocean floor or lake floor.
No problem.
Actually, while we're at Alona, I have an item that I've left in layaway or left being enchanted here for the last 4 months.
Yep.
I'm gonna go pick up my broom of flying.
Perfect.
Perfect for underwater exploration.
I mean, would a broom of flying work underwater?
No.
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 That's called
Also,
a
they
broom
have
of
this-
like sinking. Like
No. I mean, the distinction between flying and swimming is purely the type of fluid you're traveling through. So,
I
yes.
know. I mean, we're just getting ready to leave, and I just go, "Oh, I forgot about my broom," and I go pick up, and I just stick this broom in this bag of holding, like, "Oh, it's
You
mine."
get your Nimbus 2000.
The firebolt, actually.
But yes, you guys wish to purchase a cart while you're here?
Yeah, I'll purchase a cart.
All right,
I don't
15
know if I can
gold.
Wagon. No,
Do
I'm
you want a
joking.
wagon?
We purchase a cart. We're
You
done.
sure?
I'm just joking.
We can get a chariot if you guys want.
You have tempted me.
all right,
No.
here's live, boy. We're getting a bear chariot.
A bear chariot. 250 gold for a chariot. It
I
can
don't have
seat
that.
2 people.
See, 2 people or 1 zombie?
Fair.
Not because of his size, because he will kick anyone off.
Alrighty,
Yeah, I got-
so...
Got us the cart.
Alright, you're going cart and not wagon, because a wagon is only 10 gold more.
Is it a hooded wagon?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a wagon then.
Okay.
In style, baby, in style.
Now you all
Yeah.
can actually relax back there. Kick your
Because with
feet
the
up.
cart, only 2 people can be on it.
Fair. Yeah, wagon would be able to support 6 people, no problem. Here's the next question. Would you like pillow seats?
I will fork over money for pillow seats.
All right, that's
We're
going to
gonna
be an
put-
additional 10 gold for all of
Tip
the
out the
pillow seats
wagon.
itself. Do you want custom cup holders made for larger cups, or
Only if they're made of mahogany.
the mahogany ones are premium? That'll raise you by another 12 gold.
Ah, damn, you're really twisting my leg on these mahogany. Nah, I guess I'll forgo the cup holder.
Okay, no cup holders. And do you want adventurer's insurance on it?
Yes.
All right. It
Yes.
only covers attacks from dragons, wyverns, and harpies.
And bears. I want
how-
the one that specifically covers owls and
Ooh,
bears.
all right, then the insurance is going to be another 20
Owls-
gold.
How much is
Owls,
it?
bears,
An additional
and owl
20
bears.
gold.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
All right.
Yeah, so it's 10 gold, or sorry, 15 gold. Wait, 25 gold plus the 20 gold.
35 plus 10 for the
35.
pillows.
I'm
Okay.
paying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus an extra 20 for the insurance.
Not an issue. Okay. I got
Okay.
It's just a case of pimp my cart.
it. Pimp my car.
Now, do you want a stepping ladder on the rear of the wagon so that you can easily step into the back, or are you comfortable climbing all the way up there yourself?
You're
think-
twisting my ankle.
I think about it for a second, and I remember the Spaldings had had that, and I go, no.
All right. What other add-ons do they have here?
I'm
Do you want
Okay.
mirrors for the wagon so you can see behind you while piloting?
I have a functioning neck.
With the hood wagon.
Why are
Yes.
these even optional extras?
I want the brass axle, you know? I want the
Mhm.
carrot gold.
Do you want rear suspension or not?
I want the hydraulic system put in.
Do you have a live-in bard?
It's a lowrider.
Stereo system.
No, they don't, but they do have a music box that plays creepy music for some reason.
As I look at my
Ashland
music
already has
box.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Reese rather.
Creepy music box. All right, let's go.
Let's
Alright.
go. We're being dragged further and further into customization.
Mhm.
It's Need for Speed game, you know?
Anyways, you all have purchased your pimped out wagon. They will also advertise to you, "Hey, if you would like, we do have some spare paints in case you wish to, design any logos on the side and sell the real estate space."
Forgot the horn.
Do you want a horn? They have a horn.
I want that cucaracha sound. No, I'm just kidding.
No. We're leaving, and I'm dragging Reese.
Guys, we can get tassels.
Tassels.
We do not need lucky dice. I have some here.
Yeah, we don't need the paint job, at least for now. If it makes it through this trip, we'll paint it.
Alrighty. So you guys spent way too much on a wagon.
It's like 40 gold extra. Well, 30 gold extra. It's fine.
Yeah. To anyone else in the world, that is way too much. To y'all, it's like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Technically, I only paid for insurance.
Samdi, the pillows, they're so soft and cozy. Better than sitting on wood. So,
Just somebody is taking up 4 spaces in the back.
who's piloting this thing?
I have vehicles land
Let's
I
go.
pushed Bartakov
and
to do
can
it.
telepathically communicate with the fucking steed.
So, Reese, you get to meet Sergey? Was it Sergey?
Boris.
Boris.
I thought
Yeah.
it was Sergey.
I
He
thought
says it
Boris
was.
was Gavriel's dog.
But I think Boris was also Gavriel's mastiff.
Yeah. All right, they're both Boris. Just like
Yeah.
Misha and Misha. All right.
Exactly.
Common names, really.
Santi canonically keeps calling the fucker Sergey.
Oh, I would have gave my spare key to Gabrielle.
A
right away
Russian, not
before I left.
Serbian.
Good. So you see the bear for the first time. This massive white furred bear that just looks over at you and
Why is it white?
Because snow.
Is it like a skin
My God,
condition?
Reese, you can't just ask why it's white.
Oh, like I've never seen like a
Fun
Like a
fact,
white
it's
bear.
actually the hair is actually transparent. It just reflects the snow
it's
better.
albino.
But no, it has black nose, black eyes. No, the fur is white because we're from snowy countries, so it needs to blend in.
It's whack.
He's a good boy.
it
He's
goes
just,
over to you,
like,
Bard, and
casually up to Bart's shoulder.
he'll lift his paw, which is as wide as your chest, and just pat you.
This is interesting. Never had a bear pull a cart before. Or a wagon before.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
what
so
language
Gary
did you give
asked.
him, by the way?
Would be Celestial.
Then he will speak in Celestial the entire time. Then we are on a new adventure. Can we get penguins when we are out there? I have not eaten a penguin in some time.
I don't think they have penguins here, my friend. But if I find
Godless
anything
country.
remotely, I know, right?
I'm just listening in on this conversation mentally.
Good, maybe sometime before we return home, brother.
Good. I
And
crave
listen to-
penguin.
I mean, we are going through potential owl habitat. Similar useless-looking bird.
Owls are the apex predators of the sky.
And penguins, the apex predator of the sea.
He just looks at you offended. I swim.
You are a hybrid apex predator,
Fair.
like a Tesla.
Now I need an animal called a Tesla.
It's just an ostrich. It runs.
I need to stop drinking during these streams because apparently Teslas are hybrids.
Wait, oh fuck, yeah.
It does make a difference. Anyways, you all get into the back of the wagon, and Boris pulls it with relative ease as it just starts strutting across the landscape and environment. Heading...
I pull my breastplate out and I put it on the thing. That way, at any point, I can just like say the word and it equips.
Yeah. That's another good thing about wagons. You just keep your armor there. And
Yeah.
So, as you were journeying through, all of you noticed that Glenn has pretty much had his eyes glued to the pages of these books this entire time.
Glenn, those books. What are you hoping to find out here? Like past wise.
I mean, honestly, anything really. Whatever I can learn about, if it's the school of Motera or anything I could relate to my past or this Elgin Glen stride, that'd be great just to figure out who I am,
Well, you said Glenstride?
Well, yeah, that's the author of these books.
How oddly coincidental. Coincidental. I don't know if I said the right word. Coincident. That's the one. Apparently, I'm also drinking.
That's interesting. I look at some of the books and I go, huh, Echoes Across the Abyss. I read this one.
Yeah, they're great books and full of wondrous adventure for the imagination.
These are some kind of, I don't want to insult your intelligence or anything, but these are kind of juvenile books. You sure you're not chasing fairy tales?
I mean, good stories, come from, gotta come from some kind of truth, right? You gotta start somewhere. Maybe you took the inspirations from these places or something.
As a bard who used to tell stories in taverns, sometimes the truth is a little bit more intensified or over exaggerative when writing books or telling stories. Just be careful.
I don't know what you're talking about. These books are great.
I'm gonna start looking at rereading that book and go, this is reminding me of my old childhood.
Yeah, we could share it together. Let's read it together.
What?
Story time.
What?
I hate to tell you this, Reese, but you've been roped into a reading circle.
What? Well, I read. Right.
Yeah.
Like Zephyr was. I used to love reading the story of Zephyr and his travels across the abyss. So it was probably one of the few things that probably set me on a path to working in the Asmodeus Church.
Ah, so they were a bad influence.
It just had a thrill of adventure, you know.
So you joined the bureaucracy.
Yeah, it's funny how things you want to do when you're younger don't exactly pan out when you're older.
So roll me a history check, Reese. Let's see what you remember about that tale, because it has been quite some time since you've read a young adult novel.
You said history?
Yeah.
Or no longer a young
Do
adult.
normal. History. 18.
So you remember that Zephyr had originally been the head custodian of some type of academy. The academy was destroyed while he was working, and he appeared and had to fight his way out of the abyss. It was a harrowing tale of a hard-working blue-collar stiff figuring out the best things that he can in order to survive and escape the abyss itself. You're not sure if he ever made it out.
Yeah. There was supposed to be. I always hoped there was a series of this book, but it was never a series. It was just a one-off story where you think there was it ended on a cliffhanger, and then there was just never another book.
Scroll down.
Yeah, actually, you know, with coming across my investigations with these books, there's still missing a missing book.
There a series?
Yeah, this is a series. I
don't know.
got a collection of them right here.
Are they a series, or are they just like the same author?
Well, I would assume. I mean, if you connect the dots, you know, I mean, it seems like
Yeah, several different stories based on the same fictional world. Well, I guess like non-fiction world. Who knows?
So, Glenn, the discovery you had made during your downtime was that each of these books seemed to have followed individuals who had the same starting experience of their school blew up and they went elsewhere. And it was kind of the way it was shaping up by the last one, the Cogs of the Clockwork Citadel, was all of these individuals were starting to meet up with one another and looking for one another and trying to figure out exactly what had happened, which is why it left room open for a 8th book that you haven't been able to find. Oh, sorry, 6th book, right?
Yeah,
1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, a 6th book. So they all do line up. The Cogs of the Clockwork Citadel kind of brings them together.
I didn't know there was other books based in the same area. It's interesting. Interesting dot connection you did there, Glenn. Who knows? Maybe you're Zephyr and you don't even know.
What, really?
Who knows? Maybe you're the custodian who went from cleaning toilets to banging succubi and fighting across the abyss.
Far out, dude.
Sounded like leans back up from his sleeping position. What? I was dotting off. What the fuck happened?
It's a really good book.
Read some weird books.
I mean, when you live as long as I do, you have nothing but time on your hand.
I suggest you use it on something productive then.
I own land. Well, probably one of the richest people in the town.
Yes, by elimination.
And probably one of the most powerfulest casters in all of Spalding. I think I'm doing good for myself.
By elimination.
It does indeed help when you recruit a party of psychopaths to kill off your competition.
I mean, they were going to happen eventually.
Monkey just shakes his
Someplace.
head while you guys are talking.
Oh god, he's
Merely a
here.
means to an end.
All right.
It's alright. You're part of us now by association.
I mean, again, the agreement is you guys can use my real estate as long as you don't bring too much attention to me. Granted, after your situation, Bartikov, that was pretty close.
What are you guys
Look,
talking
he
about?
had it coming.
He had it
I don't-
coming.
I mean, yeah, but like we were about to. Never mind.
He only had himself to blame.
He had it coming.
All
As
right.
we're traveling, I'm keeping an eye out too.
Oh yeah, two things actually. I would ask Hooligan to take to the skies and keep a lookout while we're traveling in the car. And the second thing, I'm gonna do some stretches, I guess, while in the car a bit. And I'm also gonna cast Gift of Alacrity on Samdi.
Alrighty. So, you have that going for you. As you all are traveling across this beautiful landscape, you encounter a area that is, well, unique to many of you. In your travels, you have yet to see rice fields before. And it's a very beautiful rice field out here. It's just vast and wide open. They seem to go up and around different various hills, and you seem to be traveling on a very narrow road itself over and across it. Luckily, you could easily see if somebody does come across, and you see individuals that are practically up to their knees into the water that are currently farming and harvesting, and as you're all passing by, they just, wave hello. Everyone out here seems to be incredibly nice and welcoming to adventurers and such. There's even one moment where a younger kid comes running up towards your wagon, and Bart, he throws something at you. Do you catch it?
Immediately blast.
Fireball.
Bart! Bart.
His reaction
Yes.
speed.
Alrighty.
Apologies.
You grab it out of the air and you look at it, and it appears to be some type of straw doll, and the kid just runs away.
I never did understand children.
I have a couple of them, so.
I'm gonna take a close look at the doll because I'm suspicious.
Okay.
Doll.
As a soldier, being thrown random objects by children in an unknown place is concerning to me.
Fair. Roll me an investigation on the doll.
What you got there, Bart?
It's a magic bomb! Fuck!
You're not sure when, but this might cast Fireball one day. Yeah, you have. It looks like a straw doll. You can't discern anything about it.
Yeah, I got nothing. This is just. Why would this child throw their doll at me?
Looks like the locals are friendly, huh?
Hold on. Give it here.
Sure thing. Here you go, Sandy. You look like you could use a friend.
You see the kids on the road out there, looking at you guys as you're leaving, just smiling.
As we're
Insight.
leaving. Insight first.
Go for it.
I don't trust the children.
I don't think
These children are planning something.
I
Bart-
distance cast, bestow curse. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't discern any deception behind the smile. But you didn't get a good look either.
Fuck.
Samdi, yeah.
I'm going to huddle over it as I pick out a nail from one of my pouches and just stick it.
Okay.
I look around. Does anyone yelp?
No, but you do feel that there's something with a different density inside of it.
I dig my claw into it and just.
You
It's
pop
an
out
IED.
a very, you pop out
That
a
was the
very
joke I was trying to make earlier
small.
without using those words.
You pick out a very small hand-woven heart.
That now has a nail sticking through it.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That just got creepier.
A little bit, yeah.
they're kids. They're always creepy.
We're from heartfelt
look-
to creepy.
Again, I look back. Is anyone lying dead on the ground?
Not that you can see anywhere. No, just a little kid waving goodbye to you.
I wave back.
They seem ecstatic and take off running.
oh, go ahead.
Just gonna pull out the nail, put the heart back in. Gonna hand it over to Euclid.
Oh, that's really nice of them. I am going to, I guess, do a little parkour flip to the top of the roof of our wagon And from on top, I'm gonna do a little minor illusion, do like some sparkles in the air as we're leaving, and just say, "Gifts from the Great Monkey, everybody!"
And you see kids begin stop working the fields they were working in and come out yelling and cheering as they see all of the beautiful illusions that you are producing.
Now, to figure out a way to traumatize them while they're all their attention is targeted towards them.
Greater
I'm
illusion.
just kidding.
I'm just gonna summon a star spawn.
Have fun.
Hi guys.
But anyway,
Here's the great spaghetti monster.
you make it past these very large, vast fields out here until you enter into a more open landscape outside of Alona. You travel for the better part of the day, and around dusk, you inevitably make your way over towards the parting, where there's supposed to be a ferry that traverses from one side to the other. Luckily, the ferry does seem to be positioned on your side, and currently there is, well, a group of individuals in front of you that are currently at the front desk of the ferrymen who, well, usually they have their own little shelters to take a nap, hang out, just relax at. It gets hot out here. They need some shelter and stuff. And as you all are pulling up, you see the 5 individuals just shh. Hey, how you doing?
Hello. We need to get across.
Oh, yeah. We are chartering this across first, but you guys could be next after us, all right?
Can we both fit?
Well, not with that monster wagon you got there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
When the next time? How long before you guys depart?
Well, we should be leaving soon, right, sir? And he looks over at the ferryman, who just nods and smiles.
I'm inside this guy.
Go
I'm
for
just
it.
like burning time. We get paid hourly. We got a union.
The ferryman looks unwashed, little scraggly, and that's typical, the scraggly part, but usually they have like developed beards or they stay clean shaven. But you do notice that the individual sitting back there has a tan line that's higher up on their forehead than the balcony of this little hut would suggest. It doesn't match.
Wait, one more time.
The person in there looks a little unwashed to be the ferryman.
I'm gonna use detect thoughts, right? And I'm gonna try and read their server thoughts. What's going on?
Ah, shit. All right. I can fucking handle a boat. Yeah, I can handle a boat. We can get that boat there. There's no problem. Okay, stop fucking moving. Kick. All right, good.
How long have you worked here? Trying to
About
manipulate
5
thoughts.
years now. Shit, stop talking to me. I'm just... excuse me, I need to go get the vessel ready. And he awkwardly crawls out the window. There's a door right next to him.
Why aren't you using the door?
Trying to get my daily stretches in.
What am I getting with detect thoughts on that?
God, stop asking me questions.
I'm gonna take a walk up to him and I'm trying to get like a peek inside the window.
So, you step out of the wagon and start getting closer, and you see the other 5 individuals out front are just huddled around it, trying to they're huddled around in a way that makes it difficult for you, who doesn't tower over people, to peer past them in.
You guys are like the actual fairy people, right? You guys aren't just like robbing this place, are you?
What? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Insight check on that.
I have the detect thoughts out. I'm trying to get that.
Oh, so you're
answer
moving
with
from
that
the
too.
one guy to the others?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight too.
All right.
30.
30. Yeah, 2 of them start sweating when you ask that, and they see a bear.
Okay, between me and you guys, if you're robbing this place, it's fine. I don't care. right? I'm speaking really low, right, to try and like not alert everyone. I just need to get across.
Deception or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay.
I really don't care.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
28.
Can I?
Do any of y'all
wait.
know how to like run the boat? Because we can't run the. You guys can go ahead. Go ahead and get it. Yeah.
Where's the actual? What you guys do? You guys didn't actually kill him, did you?
No, we didn't kill him. He's just fucking gagged underneath the desk.
Jeez.
We don't want to kill
Look
the
at the-
guy. We just want his money.
Oh, yeah, but like now it's inconveniencing me. Like I talked to him in his mind for a second. This is to alert my own people. See, I don't care, right? But the people behind me will murder you for less because they're generally good people.
Oh shit.
Oh, I will. In his mind.
Wait, so shit. I mean, just let us get the money and then we'll be out. You can just release him and we'll be out. We almost found the money. We got it. And the one guy crawls into the window.
No, because once I'm still talking to it as a mind. Once you start like, if you leave him here, now we have to deal with you guys. Like the point is for my party people not to see him.
And you can't drive a ship?
No, I can't drive a ship. Do I look like a ferryman?
I don't know, man.
I look at the ferry. And does it look complicated?
How confident are you in yourself, Reese? That's the question.
Dangerously so.
What's your charisma? What's your charisma at?
I'm pretty
The real question would be, what's your wisdom? How
18.
confident? Okay, you're reasonably confident in yourself, but reasonably. You've never done it before, but you've seen people handle ships. In all honesty, it can't be that complicated, but you could probably make it from one side to the other.
Okay, I look at him. Thank you for helping us utilize the ferry. I will. So it's a us-you situation, right?
Yes, all of
Let's
you
do
can
that
go
one.
ahead. The captain's already on the ship. We never liked that guy anyway, so you just take him with you. We don't care.
Okay. Let's go, guys. Load up on the ship.
Oh, that's a funny way to operate business, but okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like the honor system. I don't know.
You all just go past Somdi, fully aware of what's happening, and everyone else.
We stop every petty crime, right? Like,
As you get onto the ship, you see the captain trying to sneak off slowly.
I tell them.
Friend, did you forget something?
He looks at the other guys who all give him like, no, I was just stretching. Are you all settled in?
Yeah. If you need, I can assist you. Because I know that obviously your people are probably on break right now. So.
Right. It's a one-man operation, thankfully. Yes, we should be getting going. And he goes behind the helm. Alrighty. Reese, roll me a wisdom check.
17.
17. He has to lift the anchor.
You have to lift the anchor. It's the button to the left.
Oh, yeah, and he grabs the wheel and starts pulling the anchor up. And, yep, sorry, guys, it's a long day, you know?
Yeah.
Human. And he gets it all the way up and goes back over to the helm, and he has to hoist the sails.
I tell him. Sails.
He goes over to the ropes and starts fucking around with them, and inevitably you catch a little bit of wind and
Make sure the rotor.
Oh shit, and he goes over and starts
the boat's like veering to the right.
So I connect mentally to Reese. So what do we do with him after this?
You guys can jump him. I don't care. All right. All I know is I know their faces now, which means they're poor, they're unfortunate, they're desperate, they're robbing people. They're my kind of people.
I get all those points.
Mhm.
However, I'll leave it at that.
You know, and I talked to the captain as we're trying to go across. You know, if you guys are looking for fortune, right? I could make that happen for you. If you guys are like really down on your luck.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yeah. So I have the power, and I pull out a contract, right? And I go, I have the ability to bestow a gift of unsurpassed fortune. It'll come to you in like 4 to 7 business days from the abyss, but like ultimately, you live once, right? Why not like enjoy your life that you live?
I mean, I roll a deception check.
Not trying to deceive him. And I tell him it only costs, and the contract is in full print right there. Your soul is bound to me for about 20 years, right? In which case, if you die, I'd choose where you go. But like ultimately, you get a small fortune, and you know, it helps me out a bit.
Persuasion.
In the back of my head, I'm just hearing poor unfortunate souls.
24.
He has the sass.
I'm gonna use the lucky. Why not? 37.
You needed to roll higher than a 24? All right.
Yeah. We're coming
Yeah.
to the end of the night, anyways.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, being a captain sure is doesn't pay all the bills, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
understand. I pull out the contract. I read him over the contract.
Uh-huh.
I go, Hillian, where you at? And I snap my finger for Hillian to come. 'Cause he's always with me because I need a third party for these.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
This is Hillian. He's the third party person for this contract.
Right?
Here you go. You're welcome to read it over.
He looks at the piece of paper. Eyes move from top to bottom.
You don't know how to read, do you?
I don't know how to read.
Well, ultimately, the only thing is that clause Y, you cannot, unless I deem that it's okay, you cannot repeat that you did this contract. Or else you'll be sentenced to the abyss and turned into a lemur.
Not the abyss.
Something like that.
Hells.
Or the hells.
You're a devil, not a
Yeah.
demon.
As a lemur or imp, I don't know. It's just different bird.
Like that? Is that what happened to that guy?
No, he's just always been like that.
I'll get a promotion one day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, yeah. What do I do with this thing? Do I just he'll
Just
stick
sign.
his hand out. Oh, sign it?
I hand him the pen.
He'll take the pen and just like draw a line across it.
The paper turns into flame, and I go, cool. You'll fall into fortune within 4 to 7 business days.
Awesome! Wow.
So letting you know, right, these stories can sometimes turn into bad. It depends on what you do with the money, right? If you get a little bit too selfish with it, people, the wealth tends to be their own downfall. Just
I'm
don't get
going
too
to the
crazy.
whorehouse.
Sure.
He seems super excited, and as you continue sailing across the, does end up looking around the ferry itself and notices something over on the side, and he opens up a small little trapdoor and goes, "Holy shit!"
I tell him, oh yeah, your boat, right? That's
What happened? What's going on? Is it
Oh, I
sinking?
just nothing. I forgot where I put my things, and he pulls out the ferryman's chest.
that's his.
Yep, small fortune.
Yeah. Small fortune.
Mm.
As-
Mm. Mm.
Right. Poppy has the
Salvia's
ability to
staring.
That's right. Poppy has the ability to bestow contracts now.
Mhm. So, going on to the other side, I need another wisdom check from you to see how well you can
shit.
instruct him on not crashing the ferry.
I'm lucky. 24.
Okay.
Try not to crash.
As you're getting closer over, you don't know exactly the timing of slowing down the vessel, pulling back the sails, turning it around, because you're supposed to, move forward and turn around, open the sails to move back even further. But you do notice that over on the shoreline, it's not really that deep. So you kind of see him, like, wondering what to do, and you go over to the anchor and kick it so it falls, and the ship lurches forward, and everybody kind of, like, gets jostled a bit, but now you can at least get your wagon off of it onto the shoreline. Sorry you missed the docks, guys.
That's fine. Right here is good.
Yep, best of luck to all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Let him
just
know. We'll be
cradling the
in
chest
touch.
with both hands, just happy.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Something seems a little off about that captain, huh?
Bye.
He really enjoys his job. Come on, Glenn. Come on.
Reese,
Yes.
I don't know how stupid you think we are, but that was some bullshit.
If we stop every petty crime along the way, right, we're just gonna get held up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, he has a worse place coming to him.
I'm sure.
Santi is still like staring over at the guy.
Bye. Wonder how much a ferry costs.
He's like thinking to himself, is it worth it?
Let me
Even if you were to
work it.
rob it from him, the powers of hells would make it that he falls into another small fortune. So,
I never said I was gonna leave him at the robbing.
no.
Powers of hell be damned. As he's gonna like lurch away from this. It's not good enough.
And now that you've all made it onto the other side, we can go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back.
Santi, control.
And we're back, everybody. Yay! All right. So, you've made it over the ferry, and you watch as the ferryman attempts to get the ship going back to the other side.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
As you all take your wagon and begin pushing across this landscape, the air around you seems much cleaner. Whoa, that's the wrong direction. Much cleaner than air you've all been smelling and interacting with lately. The skies are wide open, blue, beautiful. The smell of the fresh water nearby is making your lives very, very easygoing as well, and it's a very calming presence and essence all the way out here. You start to notice spatterings of woods across the landscape as well. Many different trees that are out here are very tall in nature. Not a lot of greenery on them towards the ground itself, but it adds a little bit of shade and respite that makes this traveling very easy. So, looking around, Reese, have you spent much time away from the big city?
No. Most of my work has been either Sharpton, Spalding, Avola, and Avona.
Oh,
So
okay.
Avovo.
Avola,
Oh,
Avaloa. So
the Uwua? Yeah. That's on the next map, don't worry. Anyways. You have never experienced this clean, beautiful feel. Now, there's not a tremendous amount of pollution in many cities, but there is some that has to be had in larger groups, especially with all of the burning of wood and trees and coal, things to stay warm, smelting. That just in general, the air becomes filthier. The sewage nearby. You understand certain alleys are meant for pissing and certain alleys are meant for shitting. But out here, you end up coughing very aggressively and
get the cred.
yeah. And after you spit that out and there's a portion of your throat that has never tasted fresh air before.
Sorry. I'm a city elf. It's not used to this kind of thing. Do you guys travel through like locations like this all the time? It's terrible.
Yeah, I've done a lot of traveling in my day, so I think. I mean, I have memories of traveling. So, like, the skills and tools around that. So, it's good, you know? The fresh air is good for you.
Yeah. Totally. I think this is what allergies feel like.
Well, here's hoping. And he crosses his fingers.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get? So this entire time we've been, walking and talking, yeah.
Riding and talking, but yeah.
Just, I don't know. Depends on what you consider horrible. Where I come from, you'd have to travel through like the scorching desert for days on end.
I don't know. I had no issues with the dry humidity and the dry heat of Casino when I was there. Probably because I was more attuned with fire, but I'm still attuned with fall over here. So.
Oh, that, and you were in Casino proper.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I went out to the desert a little bit when I was looking for the desert hag. So.
She has a name.
Mama Lucy, I understand. But she was nicknamed. That's what they called. There was a reference in the Asmodeus Church. That's what they called her. So I found out where I got the name from.
Well, I shall lodge your formal complaint.
I mean, you tend to just nickname things you don't understand.
Hmm.
She's just a very powerful magic user. That's how I took it.
She's more than that.
Oh, really?
He's just gonna look up from like picking out his own claw and just. We'll leave it at that. As he stands up from the back and like sits out in the front next to Bart. As he falls asleep again.
So, you do travel for a good little period of time before it is dusk and time to go to sleep. Are we taking watches, everybody?
Yeah, because I didn't get my ivory. Or
Well, if anybody was proficient in wood carving, they might be able to carve it for you.
don't worry, I can start working on that tomorrow.
Fair. All right, watch orders. Who's first?
I'll go first.
So I think both me and Reese can double up on watches because we both need only 4 hours of rest.
Yeah.
So the two of you handle the second half altogether, and then Bart, Samdi do 1 and 2? Or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, that
So
works
you-
for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Bart, perception.
You know, in hindsight, I think it's better if like me and you are split 4 and 4,
Okay.
opposed to being doubled up.
Yeah, that works.
Like I have Samdi on my shift, and you'll have Bardakov on yours.
Yeah, so that way they can get advantage on their checks.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your perception check as well, Glenn.
I do have my eyes of what's it called?
The Rune Keeper. Oh.
I have eyes of the eagle, so I make this with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And bam. That's a 23.
If I have this correctly, Glenn is helping part of the first watch and then does his own.
Yep.
Yeah, so Bart, you would get to roll perception with advantage.
No, you make your perception that covers first, second. He makes his that covers first. So first you have 2 people watching, and then we'll do the same for the other one, just to make it easier. Having elves makes things needlessly complicated. So go ahead, Samdi, your turn.
Goody.
That's me and you.
Just gonna cast the invisibility for my watch.
4 hours or 2 hours worth of sea invisibility. All right.
That's 2 spell slots I don't use.
Yeah, easy enough for you. Go ahead.
Well,
Unfortunately,
I can
you are
see it.
distracted by the fat imp lying by the fire.
just push him in. I can have cooked him.
Oh, they wouldn't care.
That's-
It's an
He's
imp.
immune.
Wait, no, imps are imps immune or resistant?
He's immune.
Immune.
Dang.
All right, and now
If he was-
Reese.
If he was resistant, he'd get that perfect
25.
golden glow.
Okay. Well, needless to say, nothing encounters any of you on any of the watches. You get to sit out here. Nice warm fire nearby.
Sambi would actually see me move my contracts around for a second. I lift my arm up, and you'd see 3 brandings now that weren't there prior, right? And you see me move one, and it looks weird because the skin itself will move. It's really creepy looking, right? And it goes into my hand, and then you see it glow for a second, and then I put my hand over my wrist, and all the brandings disappear again. I go, that's better.
You just see Santi kind of look over and then look back to the fire. It's like, I'm used to this shit.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're in the Asmodeus Church. Eventually, as I mentioned before, you start ascending or descending. So, trying to think too much of it.
Believe you me, I didn't think about it for a second.
Mm-hmm. Why did you want to make a deal? I'm just kidding.
But actually, though.
Only if you want to. I'm just kidding. No. Your soul's already bound to someone, unfortunately. It wouldn't do
Right.
anything for you.
I'm just imagining Reese is just like hovering over his bedroll. Just, you want to make a deal?
You let me know if you want to make a deal.
Hmm.
Just breathing heavily on your neck. Deal. Just kidding.
So, morning rolls around, and unfortunately, you all come to the realization that without Gavriel, you have to make your own food.
Come here, Hillian.
Hillian, run! He eats imps. I eat coffee. I don't know what you're talking about.
I eat coffee.
He
I
just has fucking beans and he's just like munching on them.
I don't need to eat, but I want to eat.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
okay. I have rations.
You have rations as well.
I think. Yeah, I got the rations. We're okay.
Mhm.
We also have like 140 days of rations in the party loot.
Jesus.
Delicious rations. So much better than fresh blue jay eggs and fresh rabbit stew.
Correct. But do you know what's worth it? Not having to listen to Gavril's I'm Cooking the Breakfast song.
Oh.
I cook at the breakfast.
Good morning, I'm cooking breakfast for you.
Jeez. That sounds like it's torturous.
Cooking
I'm,
rations. Just throw rations in a pan and hand it over to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be proficient with land vehicles in case it comes up. Like in case Barticos gotta take a break or something, and wood carving tools. I'm gonna start working on that. Ivory.
So, you start to handle that while you're on the road. I'm going to say it's still going to take you about a week total worth of crafting to get it good, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a you want to have good craftsmanship, right?
Yes.
Then yeah. And you already had the tools, right? Wood carvers?
Yes,
assume?
I
Yeah.
have all the tools.
Yeah.
What's Minori? There's nothing in your books about Minori Nagari, the lake.
Minori
Glenn?
Nagari? You're muted.
You're muted.
Did I read anything from the book about the lake itself?
About Minori Nagari?
Mm-hmm.
So Fukai Lake is the lake itself.
Mhm.
Minori Nagori,
It's the name of the river, I think, from what I'm looking at on the map.
it is. Roll me a history check.
Oh.
Is that me or Reese?
You,
I
you're
was
the
asking
one
you.
with the books.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
all you.
All right.
Yeah.
I will use a D6 on this.
Let's
Oh,
go, Glenn. Let's go.
That's a 28.
Yeah.
So,
Making up for that not one.
Minori Magari is a river that connects to the Fuke Lake. Now, everything flows from north down to the south, right? So, it is a location where, for some strange reason, there was no forms of civilization out there. Now, to be fair, most of this area you are entering into is 100% wilderness. You know, you'll find individuals, but not civilization. But that stretch, for some strange reason, never had any buildings planted there, no large community setting up there. Even the Bolera folk, which are the natives to this portion of the coast, are absent, completely absent. The book did narrate a portion of when Lila came out of the waters and discovered the absence of all people, where she became a little panicked, thinking that all of the people were gone. There's no people here, and it wasn't until she traveled for a great long time before she finally saw civilization.
I'll let Reese know. That's what I got on the river and what I did.
So should we check out, because there's a lake coming up, right? The Minori Nagari Lake. You want to stay close to the streams then, just in case like there might be something interesting that you're looking for?
I mean, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea to
Yeah.
travel along the stream up there. But
Yeah.
I mean, we have a map, right?
Yeah, I have my map.
I mean, if we're looking at this map, we got to get through this little valley between these two
Yeah.
these two figures here. It's not labeled as Owl's Den and Bear's Den, right?
Oh, it is.
Oh,
yeah.
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
This nation.
So we got to travel through between the Owl's Den and the Bear's Den.
And then we'll be making a left near the Owl's Den. We'll be going along the lake. We can just follow the river up at that point.
All right.
Should be fine.
Well,
Why do 3 rivers have the same name?
It's the name of the flow.
Sure, I get that this one and this one maybe having the same name, but why this one? Is that another lake, or is that just a sinkhole?
ooh,
Oh,
that's
it's like
actually
a
an
marsh.
interesting one. Reese, history. Let's see what you know about that.
Oh. I'm like, oh. History 22. Hey, I'm a believer.
No, you're not. Asmo Daddy would be very upset with you.
Okay,
Anyways, at one point in time, there was a city there. But a few years ago, the city kind of up and disappeared.
Elturel style.
you're right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it just
it
kind of
disappeared.
disappeared, and everybody just went, well, the problem's been solved out there, but remove it from the maps. And now it's just an incredibly vast sinkhole that has nothing in it. It's just gone.
I mean, hey, if you feel like a day trip, that sounds cool.
But you are positive that whatever happened out there was solved.
Yeah, I don't exactly know the details, right? But apparently, whatever caused that city to disappear was fixed. Granted, the
Is
city
that-
still disappeared.
Is that something another party did, Joey?
Yes, that was your old party.
Is it? What did we do?
Remember you entered into that place that you couldn't realize where you were traveling through? Vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, I try not to think too much of it. And honestly, like the history of a lot of the areas here were kind of irrelevant. It was something that I kind of had to learn because of my trade, but never really dived into the folklore of it all. City disappeared. Someone solved it.
Fair enough.
Folklore is always good to look into, you know, because those legends start from somewhere, right?
That's what I used to be like in my younger days. So most of my days of storytelling and story gathering was overshadowed by the need to study law. So, but I'm hoping to fix that. That's why I've been writing your guys' story down. So.
Excellent. Well, let's get moving and start making our way up this river, I guess. Or make our way through this
The
owl
Owlbear.
bear.
Owlden and Bear
Canyon.
Den.
Yes.
Owlbear Canyon.
So, continuing across this landscape, we are fading by a few days of travel, everybody. The first bit, as you travel through, you end up seeing the namesake of one of the two dens. Owls flying in the sky. But not normal owls like you see on Glenn's shoulder at night. These are huge owls. Wingspans stretching across 15 feet wide. Flying across this beautiful landscape and soaring, casting gusts of wind down from each stroke of their wings, whenever they do stroke them, of course. Beautiful, majestic birds casting around and making this landscape even more gorgeous. Then, traveling a little further, you see that there's quite a few bears out here as well. Now, usually, bears don't live within closed communities of one another. Maybe a mama bear and her cubs, but not like a lot of bears, you know? However, out here, they seem to get along swimmingly well. And you see up attached to one of the large hillsides is this incredibly large open den, the whole of which seems like it could fit a monstrously large creature in it. And as you're all riding past, you see the maw of the largest bear any of you have ever seen just stick out. And it looks directly down at all of you as you are passing by.
Huh.
You would estimate that that bear's head is just a little bit smaller than your wagon.
Whoa. The Titan Bear.
Gotta be-
Person.
That's gotta be a record.
I wish to cuddle it.
Eastliff calls onto her son.
That was good. I like that.
Gonna
Let's
wave at it.
I don't feel like it would be a problem, but I don't feel like we need to get involved. Let's leave the thing be.
have nature scary out here.
Welcome to the countryside, city boy.
Yeah.
We got big bears.
Yeah.
I mean, giant bear is one thing. All-consuming swarm of insect creatures is another.
Well, no clerics that
Yeah,
can do
let's
that.
let's not go back to the crosslands. I didn't like that swamp.
Oh, what about that? We never got to see the Mecha Croc, but you think this? Who do you think would win? A bear or that bear or the Croc?
Now, as much as I'm rooting for my scaled companion, that's
On
a bear
land,
mountain.
the bear.
I don't know. You say Mecha Croc, and I think immediately some of the stuff that they had in Sharpton was pretty beast.
Well, that being said, actually, now that you've reminded me of that godforsaken swamp. 1 second. And Bar's just gonna poke his head into the bag of holding and take a check on the dragon turtle egg.
Yeah, still in there.
Just get out of my bag of
has
holding.
Has it changed in any way?
Not yet.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Nothing. Zips the bag up.
Keep poking your heads into my bag of holding.
We didn't tell you about our little egg buddy. That's
You guys have an egg?
Yeah, I like telling stories every now and then, about our adventures.
Are you
Yes,
trying
I
to hatch
laid it a
it?
couple years back.
That makes sense. Are you trying to hatch it?
Maybe. I don't know. We just kind of held on to it out of
Yeah. You know
idle
it's not gonna.
curiosity and kleptomania.
You know, like it's not gonna really develop unless like you guys have some kind of incubation chamber, right?
That is the incubation
Yes.
chamber.
Bag of holding full of water.
You notice
That's
Bardakov's head is completely drenched.
How bag of holdings work? What?
His dragon turtle egg.
But like the extra dimensional space things kind of just they don't have a bottom. They just kind of float. So if you're trying to
Yeah.
incubate it in water in a bag of holding, they're not together. Does that make sense?
It's
Like
fine. I just poked my head in. It's floating in big amorphous ball of water. We thought this through very thoroughly.
you know what? You guys are all very smart, as you said yesterday. I'm sure.
I am
it'll
as
be fine.
smart as the average man.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me with my thinkingness.
I'm kind of philosopher. Philosopher.
I have all positive modifiers, bar intelligence.
Uh,
You guys are good.
Look, Cat
Look.
does the thinking, I do the doing.
Hey, you know what? You guys are all extremely intelligent. I do not want to insult
don't
your
know
guys'
why you're-
strategy.
I don't know why you're arguing with reality. This has worked.
It does.
It's
I'm
in
not
a
arguing.
ball of water.
Is not dead, at least. I mean, realistically, we could probably do with... Ooh. What if we incubate it at the bottom of Spalding Lake? Turn it into the city's guardian?
I mean,
That would solve a lot of problems.
I don't know anything about like dragon turtles, right? But I do know that every creature has its own version of like incubating. So, I don't know.
Yeah, we figured it needs to be incubated in water, so we keep it in water.
Yeah, I did some recalling. It worked.
Mm-hmm. I love this.
Stop touching the bag.
So, you continue traveling across this single pathway that seems to be out here. Dirt road as you were traveling across. You do see further towards the left-hand side that there are signs posted to many different trees. Warning signs, but from this distance, all you can see is the red warning nature of it. You can't read it properly.
Glenn, those goggles, they let you read stuff that's really far away?
I can make out fine details. Yes.
Hey, what do those signs say?
All right, nerd, reading
Nerd mode.
everything. Glenn, as you look,
If only he could read.
oh, this entire time he's been sending you on a wild goose chase. I
Wizard
guess
does
see
not
what
read.
the words mean. That would be a hilarious story arc. But, anyways,
I do really good with picture books.
warning: the rutting season and domain of the owl bears is happening. Do not cross the threshold of the tree lines.
Looks like it's
We would-
owlbear season.
Yeah, the owl dens to our
Excellent.
left and the bear dens are to the right. It makes sense.
Hey, look, they're big owls. I reckon they can get the job done. What about you, Boris?
What a hoot.
You want some ussy?
No. I do not.
Use.
Oh, sweet. Where'd you get the eggs?
Oh, Owl's Den.
It's not gonna be a problem down the road.
Oh man, they're really delicious. And he goes into his hut and comes out with this huge pan, and you see he's also carrying an egg under his one arm.
Do we want to camp with this guy, or should we camp a little bit further down the road?
Crack. You see the sizzling of the egg in there, and that is a big ass egg. Don't worry, guys. I got a bunch of vegetables and herbs that I've been picking. It's really good. Oh,
You have any more of those eggs?
I have one more. I'm kind of in charge of like the population control out here. We have to make sure the
Oh.
owls and the bears stay balanced, you know.
Far
That
out.
makes more sense.
But you can't eat bear meat. You know that? You can't eat it. Some of the parasites that like bears just have don't get cooked.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, how you guys like your omelets? And he starts chopping vegetables and shit.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, do you have enough food for this thing? And I take off my coat and go, and I have it turn into take its form as a mimic.
Well, it doesn't have a. So, you're gonna get a little bit. So, the river itself, right, is downstream. So everything that happens from Shinrin all the way down to Fuke Lake comes all the way down towards us, right? So once in a while, some things get swooped up from Shinrin's rest, and whew, those beasties out there are big. Big. Why does it sound like a dog's just woof?
Oh,
Probably
sorry.
Lily in the background.
Yeah.
Shinrin rest. Is that what you mean? So it
Well,
goes all the way from-
Shinrin, you know, all. Sorry, the new inhabitants of Bolera call it Shinrin's Rest. The natives, we know it's Shinrin.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, some
So-
things just flow down the river, and well, I mean, one time I saw this this strange glow inside of the river bank, right? So I swam in to see what was going on. When I got down there, I looked around, and there was this strange stony object that had strange markings. I think I still have it, actually. Here, let me go check. Hey, can one of y'all flip the omelet?
Asante's already doing it, just flipping with a mage hand. Just
Oh, do you know how to flip an omelet, Samzi? Are you proficient in cooking utensils?
That is not
I have a-
perfect.
What were we saying, Samdi?
I do have proficiency in survival. Probably just cooking shit.
Before, yeah, before Claytel. Yeah.
Okay,
You willing to
so-
sell this?
What'd you say?
Santi just as flipping just says you willing to sell it.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Gonna look over.
Can I examine the object?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check.
Taking
Can I?
just poke at it.
Can you?
So I'm gonna say a couple of silver, and I'm gonna insight his reaction.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
I'm going to use my game advantage for this, by the way.
21.
14. Bart, there is definitely something magical about it. You don't know what its purpose is. It looks broken, kind of, but it's still magical. 21, Samdi. This individual doesn't seem offended by your offer, but he does seem to have a bit more of a attachment to his worldly possessions, considering he seems like somebody who doesn't have many, and he kind of like doesn't value money that much. Man, I mean, all honesty, I don't really have a whole lot of need for like money. You got something to trade. You know, something cool, maybe.
I have this fine sleeping hood. And Bart will produce the kidnapping hood from his bag. You know, when the moon is full and creates too much light for you to properly sleep, you simply place this over your head, and it blocks out all the light.
He turns it upside down. Man, isn't this just a sack?
It's very dense weave.
I mean,
To
yeah,
prevent
it's a
light.
good quality sack. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying it's a sack. Yeah. I wouldn't. You know, you might want to be careful. My cousin kind of got a sack tied around his head one time, and he couldn't find where he was going, and then he walked butt ass naked right into the water.
I do have the matching set of the anti-sleepwalking restraints. The second set of shackles.
Man, why you have shackles? You're into some weird shit, buddy.
It's true.
But you
Like-
know what?
All right.
I'll take those two for my stone. All right. You got a deal.
Begrudgingly hands over the shackles and kidnapping hood.
He will put the shackles into his sack and then put the sack in the back.
I mean, Bart, I knew you were hardcore, but damn.
All right.
Look,
yeah,
we
hey,
got
that's
those
yours
off of
now.
someone else. I can't remember who.
I don't know. I have a pair of shackles that I got off of Cade because they're the ones that were attached to me.
Those are the exceptionally long ones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's yours now. Ooh, yay! The omelet's almost done, and he gets it out of the. He gets the pan off of the fire, places it down, and he goes over to that pot that has been steaming this entire time, and just starts shoveling out large heaps of rice and putting it on different bowls for each of you, handing them out, and then cutting up the omelet to place over top. Wow, you cut that really good. Here, you guys want to see something really cool? As he puts a piece of the omelet over top of your rice, Bart, he takes a knife and cuts the top, and it
It
unfolds.
was the egg thing
Nice.
in the hot
Um,
sauce.
Almond
Oh.
rice.
I like this.
Oh, you want hot sauce? I got hot sauce. Yeah, give me a second.
Oh yeah.
You want the green stuff or the red stuff? And you can
Uh,
tell he's judging you based off your answer.
The red stuff. Come on.
Yeah, right.
The hottest one.
He'll give you a jar that he has of red hot sauce. He takes his green stuff and dabs it on his, and you all get to sit there and eat a meal with him. Oh, so yeah. What are you guys doing up here?
Chasing a few leads on old fairy tales.
Oh yeah. What? Which one?
Echoes of the Shattervale.
No. Whispers of the
Whispers.
sunken realm.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, pass that hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Oh hell yeah! Here you go, man. You want some? We got a lot of
Sounds
peppers that
fun.
grow out here. You want a jar or two for your travels?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. What you got to trade?
Oh, what do
You
I
need oil.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah,
Actually, that depends on what type of oil you're talking about. I have like lantern oil.
lantern oil. That's what he uses. Yeah.
Just places 10 one of my 10-hour flasks.
Alright. One flask, and he'll put one small vial of hot sauce, but that's like good enough for like 3 months. Like,
Nice.
Don't they like drops at a time?
yeah, you do 1, 2, 3, and then you're good on that meal. If it's good hot sauce, you only need 3 drips.
Yeah, just
What is the difference between the red and the green? Not familiar.
So, the way that you make the hot sauce is, comes out with different peppers that provide different flavors. There's some people who like the red one, which is usually a bolder burn that hits you, but the flavor is usually smoky, and that's about it. The green one comes with a lot of more diverse flavors while still having like a ripe kick.
Got a peppercorn,
Nice.
sir.
I'll absolutely take some of the green then, please.
Oh, yeah. You got another vial of oil? Or
Somebody
flask?
sighs as he pulls out this other vial.
I got alchemist fire. I don't know if that will help.
Ew, what? I can make a fire. I'm good. Oh, you got flint and steel?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, so does he?
Honestly, I think that's my only flint still. So
I'll just hand him my. I had 3 of these. I'm handing him 2 for the hot sauce.
All right. That means most of y'all are good on hot sauce for the next few months.
Yes, we are done with the hot sauce shit.
I like the burn.
Actually,
Do you want
I
one?
misspoke. We're done with buying hot sauce. The shit comes later.
Yes. Oh my god. So wait, you're talking about Whispers of the Sunken Realm? What?
Yeah, it's a little folk tale about a student named Lila from the Botanic Academy and had to find her way back. Her adventures through the Fukai Lake and meeting like aquatic creatures and stuff.
My cousin met a Lila a long time ago.
But
Yeah.
maybe coincidence, but do tell.
Oh yeah. Apparently some strange looking person like crawled out of the lake while my cousin was up there. He's a nice guy, she's a nice gal. She's kind of a little, but she's nice. Yeah, I remember she mentioned it. She like talked to the individual a little bit, and the individual traded her like this crystal ball, in order to get directions to where civilization was. So yeah. I think Inara still lives by the Fuka Lake. Outside of Claytel, about 6 or 7 miles, there's like a small set of like little islands on the lake that are like really close together. She lives on one of them.
Away.
Inara.
Check that
I
out.
was gonna say, can you type that out?
Yeah, Inara.
Far out, dude. This got to be a small world or like a sign or something, because that it sounds like this Lilo's the same person.
I don't know. But hey, I like listening to people telling me different things about different things, It's one of the beautiful things about this world. There's so many different cool things happening,
It's almost like you're a different person every day.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys know travelers. I don't travel much.
Weirdly, neither do I.
Really?
Yeah, I'm used to living in the city, so
Well, you got a nice big fancy wagon of yours.
yeah, I'm pretty well off, but I wasn't always. But yeah, I grew up in the city, so it's my first time being kind of away from the big cities.
Oh.
Maybe it's still like a couple days of travel here and there, but like never this far out of the region, the Spalding regions, the Milona region.
Spalding? You mean with all those fat, disgusting little assholes?
Yeah, those guys.
Dude, one time I had a couple of them come up here and they were like, hey, we want to purchase the rights to the dens. And I'm like, hey, man, I can't give you that. It belongs to nature, They're like, we'll pay you. And they just didn't understand that. Like, money doesn't do anything. It only has value because people say it does, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah, preach,
Like,
my man.
Yeah,
Preach.
look, hey, I have a little leaf. Want to give me a house? Like, stupid.
mean, that's the logic that reason why Spalding was able to purchase the Ness Fawcett Mountains. So,
Yeah, but yeah, they came out. They suggested doing a breeding project with surround Megakira and then Megabira.
A what?
Do any of you speak Elven?
Yeah, I do.
Megakira and Megabira is Mega Owl and Mega Bear.
Oh, Mega Owlbear? As he speaks, his Elven is still kind of like, he doesn't speak it very often, so he has like an accent when he talks. So he's just like,
And
is
then
it
Glenn,
like
Glenn
Mega
corrects you.
Owlbear?
And then
Yeah.
Glenn will correct you. No, Mega Kira.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, it's the name of one of the owls out here. Here's a big owl. You should see its egg. The egg is bigger than me.
What if Mega Barrow was the one we saw? That was like the head the size of you. Or well, the wagon.
Oh yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Dang. It's old.
Yeah, they said they wanted to like force the two of them into some mating ritual and make a new line of protectors or something. I don't know. You don't force them to do it. The owlbears naturally happen because they happen. But you don't make them do it.
My family is really shitty.
Oh, you're
I
Spalding?
apologize. Yes.
Damn, man. Hey, hey. He elbows you a few times. Trade you this leaf for a house.
The sight of Reese not laughing.
Yeah, Reese isn't laughing. He's just like, my family sucks.
Depression.
My family shit.
Depression
Only married in for
intensifies.
power. When you marry in for power, but you realize what you actually married into.
Oh, it's horrible. But yeah, y'all are some nice people. Sometimes I invite people to sit down and eat, and they turn into not so nice people. Like a little while ago, we had these guys that apparently they wanted to poach the owls. They thought that they'd be able to kill me while I slept, but you dumbasses don't realize elves don't sleep, right? Like, come on.
Rookie mistake.
Weird.
Yeah, so they tried ambushing me, so I think they're still buried over there.
Oh.
You look over, and what you thought were, like, tops of, like, stones that were oddly smooth, now you can see are tops of skulls that have decayed.
Well, that's
This dude is fucked up.
I mean,
Yeah.
nature's scary.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why I stay in
man.
the city.
You don't fuck with nature. Don't fuck with it, man. It is terrifying.
I mean, I couldn't argue with you on saying that people are more terrifying.
Oh, yeah, man. People are scary. But, like, I mean, at least, stories that I've heard from back in the day, there was a few people that could control nature. Can you imagine?
Some might call them a force of nature.
Right. There was this one story about this like little guy who he was able to like call storms into the sky, right? And then just start dropping lightning on anything in front of him. Then there was another story of this this family that's older than my family at least, and they had someone who could, well, she shaped many of the different islands and landscapes of this world by calling the oceans up and crashing to destroy people. Like, shit's terrifying.
Kind of sounds like Druidic magic.
Do a who, what?
That type of magic.
Oh, druids, yeah. Too bad there's not any of those anymore.
Huh.
So canonically in this world, druids have been kind of absent from Balera since before the new settlers have gotten here, and there hasn't been many others. It's a very fleeting class that individuals haven't really learned how to tap into for some strange reason. Obviously,
Yeah.
the knowledge of them exists because of the far lands, but there's just not a lot.
Yeah, drawing magic from nature is something that's not really practiced.
Yeah. I mean, I got little something I can do, but that's just, it's fun. You want to see?
I feel like you're going to show me.
Yeah. And he claps his hands and then expands a hole, and you watch as a section of the earth cracks and just opens up a hole in the ground.
That's
Nice.
probably how he got the bodies in.
Well, yeah, I just did that underneath them, and they fell in, and then he closes his hand, and
Huh.
Doodle.
yeah.
I mold earth the hole open again.
Yeah. See, you can do it too. Nice. How you guys
Great.
like the eggs? Pretty good, right?
The one thing that is very clear is that Reese hasn't has not eaten any of it, even though he has hot sauce on it, because he's just like thinking about like, damn, nature magic is really gone, isn't it?
Just as I'm each handing a portion of it onto my plate.
Just go stealing Reese's food. Yeah, you like it? You want some more? Points at you, Samdi.
Kind of just shrugs. I mean, sure.
All right, here. And he'll give you another little portion of it. Well, hey, guys, I'll take, I mean, you don't really need to take watches or anything, but if you feel like you need to, feel free. Ask me. I can do some, too. I'm going to be up for a few more hours anyways.
I, for some reason, think you'll like this. And I reach into my bag of holding, and I pull out a hand drum, and I say, here, it's a gift.
Oh, wow, that is such a nice drum.
Yeah, it's I have a lot of instruments. I don't really use this one, so...
Wow, I like this. Thank you, man. Hey, here, have another bottle of hot sauce. He gives you a green one intentionally.
Thank you. I put it in the bag of holding.
All right. I got the bongos. I got the bongos.
I just feel like this is very you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Y'all are all right. Just don't try killing me in my sleep. I don't want to have to bury you, you know?
But you don't sleep.
Well, you know what I mean. All right. Good night.
Yeah. During my watch, I'm going to be just sketching everything I see. The sky, the trees, with my little sketchbook.
All right. So, anybody doing anything else during the night?
No, probably just eating the omelet while I take watch.
All right. So, anybody else taking watches?
I am too. During
Sure.
I will. Just
yeah.
I was
force of
told to
habit, if
relax.
nothing else.
I was told to relax. I'm going to relax.
All right. So, go ahead. Well, no reason to roll again. We're just going to be fine. You all sleep through the night without a hitch. Morning rolls around and you all wake up to the smell of more eggs being cooked up. And he hands you more bowls. You guys can take those bowls with you. I made plenty more. Seem like you're pretty busy, so, hey, if you see my cousin, right, make sure you mention me, okay?
What's your name?
Relivar. Relivar. Oh, that's supposed to be an apostrophe. Irvar.
All right.
Yeah.
Will do, Relivar. Thanks for the hospitality.
Yeah, of course. Take care. Then you all continue on your journey across the countryside. Reese, this strange environment. Kindness just omnipresent from individuals. It's just weird. You've not experienced it before. Even in your church, there's no such thing as just kindness for the sake
Quid
of
pro quo
kindness.
is everything.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, do things out of kindness. I look it down at the brandings. Nah.
Maybe I don't need to be the bad guy after all.
I don't need to be the bad guy.
Billie Eilish
I have to
starts playing
sacrifice
in the
power?
background.
No, I can't do that.
Or multi-class druid.
No. Already multi-classed once.
So, continuing along your pathway, you hook around Owl's Den itself and start traveling up Minori Nagari, following the rough trail that seems to exist out there and upstream. You start noticing there's vessels moving past you, venturing further down. There's been about 3 of them heading southwards this entire time, and at one point in time, you hear a loud horn off in the distance coming from the north, and then a closer one, and then a closer one, and then you notice nearby you passed by this small, short tower that also plays the horn that seems to just keep going. The higher your perception, the further back it seems to go. As that happens, one of the ships that was sailing ends up pulling over towards the bank and settling in and stopping on the edge. As all of you are passing by, you see a dwarven man look over the edge. He has rings tied around his braided beard all the way down, so many of them, and he just smiles. Are you there? New people, how you doing?
Good.
Well, we have to pull over for the night for the flow going the other direction. Y'all interested in any wares? We just picked up some stuff coming down from Shinrin.
What you got?
Oh, all manners of fine woods, crafting materials, anything you're looking for. We ship everything that's a fine material down. What about you? You look like a witchy type. You want some ink? Huh? Paper?
You got magical paper and ink?
You want some incense? We got that shit.
No, I don't need incense, unfortunately. I'm good on what I got right now. What do you got? I walk over and I start looking at his wares.
Oh, anything that's raw material. And that is what he sells, just straight up raw material. You're looking for any specific metals, raw gems, paper, ink, incense, anything that would be valuably sold within civilization that you would harvest from a forest or mountain.
Oh, I mean, the only thing I needed at the time was the ivory porthole, but I have that. Actually, do you have obsidian?
Hey, we have a little bit of obsidian.
Can I get a little bit of that?
How much you need?
I try to I make like a fist, right? And I'm like a little bit bigger than the fist, or a thing I'm working on. A little idea I had. I'm not asking for a specific amount. It's just I need like a fist size.
All right. So whenever you need obsidian, if it has a monetary value, what is the monetary value amount you are asking for?
It's not a for a spell. I'm just like I want.
Oh, you just want some?
Yeah.
Hey, we can give you a small little.
Don't craft it later.
Oh yeah, we can give you a small little bit. Call it at 40 gold, eh? You're buying directly from the distributor, so you get that discount.
Yeah. Actually,
cool. He'll give you 1 pound of obsidian.
1 pound of obsidian.
Anyone else? Raw material? Anything you need?
I think we're all good, thank you. At least I am.
All right. Well, nice of all of you to stop by and take care of yourselves, all right?
What's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Pyro.
Hadaro?
Pyro. Pyro.
Are you going towards Alona or?
Hey, yeah.
I pull out one of my cards, my business cards. I'm from Spalding. If you're interested,
Oh.
you're in the area. Don't be afraid to stop by my shop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we might need one day. Thank you. Ah, yeah, Asmodeus, too. Huh?
Yeah,
Nice.
laws, contracts, etc., etc.
Hey, I ain't one to judge.
Mhm.
You all take care. As you all keep traveling and his ship just stays on the side. About 4 hours after that, you see, for the first time, another ship coming from the opposite direction, up towards the way you all are headed. As it is going upstream, you all look over at it, and they look over at you. A few of the ship hands who just give you respectful nods and waves. The vessel seems completely empty right now as quickly as it's moving. A few hours after that, you begin hearing the sounds of those horns again coming upstream, and you notice the flow of traffic up the river seems to be reversed yet again. It's a unique system that they have. They have set up these horns to communicate when ships are allowed to be going which direction so that they can have to and fro happening on the same days whenever it's necessary.
That's interesting.
But after another week goes by, go ahead and roll your tools check, Reese.
Yeah. Guess I didn't put it on the sheet yet because it's every long rest. I can just switch things out. Wood carvers, right?
Yes.
There it is. Would you say that's a dex or a?
Dex, yeah.
Give me a second. I had to look for it, and it's not coming up on my proficiency stuff. Oh, there it is.
Oop, not that one.
I'm just gonna do a
D20, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you just, yeah.
yeah, because the roll 20 is being weird with me right now.
Yeah, yeah.
13 plus 4, which is
17.
17 plus proficiency, which is 5, so 20
2.
something. Yeah, 22.
We love 22. Successfully
Hey.
made a portal carved out of ivory. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed, because a portal is something you go, whatever. You made
I
it.
think it's a picture frame, is what
Port-
it's supposed to be.
Oh,
A
gonna
port
read-
hole, just like a circle then. A hollowed out
Yes.
circle. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a window on a ship. A port, like Star Wars.
Okay.
Port
Now I got you.
hole.
I was thinking like a portal, like the game Portal.
Yeah. Port
That's
hole.
your
I
own
don't know.
fault.
Yes.
Kind of weird that that's the material component, you know?
So,
But it is what it is.
after another weeks of travel, you all have woken up one morning and traveled for just a few short hours before you can make out the signs of Claytel in the distance. Nestled at the edge of Fouquet Lake, Claytel emerges as a bustling port city woven with the threads of industry and community. Sturdy wooden piers stretch out into the tranquil waters, welcoming ships laden with treasures harvested from the northern shorelines, the lake itself, and Shinran's Rest. The air is alive with the scent of salt and the rhythmic clatter of busy docks. Stalls lining the waterfront offer freshly caught seafood and goods from distant lands and unique ones from this one itself. Their vibrant wares a testament to the town's maritime connections. Tall, vast sways gracefully. Tall masts sway gracefully against the horizon, and the distant calls of seagulls intermingle with the laughter of fisher folk, forging a symphony that resonates with the ebb and flow of life in this coastal haven.
Weird that there's seagulls on a lake.
Yeah. Wait, don't seagulls go to Great Lakes?
I've never seen. As someone who's been to Great
They're
Lakes.
gulls. They are seabirds, but they will come inland reasonably far. Like, I get seagulls around me, and I'm at least 40 or 50 miles from the coast.
Yeah, they're only like 40 or 50 miles away, and it's a Great Lake as well. Yeah, seagulls.
Yeah, seagulls are nice looking.
Yeah, sure. As you're going across, you see this very strange way that they seem to be handling this. They have bridges that go over the lake, these huge, tall bridges that seem to be able, with a lot of muscle and grind, shift from their connections at the top over to the side so larger ships can sail up and down this stream, allowing productivity to continue and, well, progress to continue as well. As you're walking through, you get to smell the air, Reese, which reminds you so much more of where you belong. There's things burning here. There's shit in the alleyways. There's piss on the sides of buildings. Home.
Reese is just gonna keep his demeanor up and put his hand in his pocket.
All right. As you're passing by, one man comes dancing down the street with this large box in his hands and just keeps singing, fried fish, fried fish, fried fish. And you see sticks that have fish that are fried just skewered onto them. And he stops by all of you. Fried fish? 3 copper apiece.
Sure.
Copper.
I can make
Okay.
20
change.
copper.
Nice.
Hey, there you go.
You
Yeah.
pull out your copper and ding, ding, ding. You guys get your fish sticks. And he keeps dancing and prancing away.
He is too happy.
I don't like it. This man is happy.
I mean, if you wake up and you love what you do, you know.
Now I just
That's
have
all
a
I got.
mental image of Reese being that happy.
I'm
It's
never
odd.
happy.
Unnatural, even.
Well, I could say the same thing with you. I could picture you dancing, singing. It's kind of a weird thing to picture a crocodile doing all that.
So, now that you've all made your way into the city, there's one place for you to check in your wagon if you want to leave it here or if you want to just park it for the night. They're going to charge you 5 silver for 1 night or 1 gold for a week.
I'll pay the gold.
All right. We'll keep it safe, keep it clean, and keep it sheltered.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the bear. The bear will disappear in a little bit.
Mortis. Right.
I don't. Can the bear talk?
Celestial?
I don't speak that.
I make it so they can understand and speak the language you give them because I think it's great. And paladins deserve friends too.
I speak
time.
Celestial.
Exactly.
Gross.
So, now that you're inside the vibrant, bustling city, what is it you all wish to do?
Well, our first lead, right, Glenn? It would be that person on the. What's her face? Yeah. Let me look at my notes. Relver? No, that's not it.
That's
No,
him.
It's Inara.
Inara.
Anara.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was located on off the lakes on one of the smaller islands.
Mhm.
So we'd have to go look for that.
I mean, if I can see the islands.
Oh.
Like,
He's a big lake.
yeah. Hmm.
You
So
can
you can't like
ask
it's safe to say you can't-
people.
It's safe to say you can't like go up
No.
15 miles. It's from what I'm looking at. Is that right or no?
About 20 miles across, yeah.
Okay.
It's a big lake.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lake. 20 miles is pretty big. Looking across the lake though, you can't exactly see the islands, can you?
Oh, of course not. No. Your vision
assume
doesn't
there's,
go 20 miles in broad daylight, unfortunately.
Okay.
It starts breaking down after like 3. Actually, half a mile, I think, is the normal human eyes. Eyes of the Eagle lets you see further, but I think
I'll be
that's
right
up
back.
to a mile for Eyes of the Eagle.
And to be fair, I think the horizon is, what, 4 miles away?
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, never mind. Yeah.
Well, you could always do it the old-fashioned way.
Ask around.
There are other people nearby.
As I'm looking around, just some random people walking by. Hey, we're looking for these islands across the lake, right? Do you know how to exactly get there?
I mean, there's some islands. They're not really across the lake. They're more
Like in the lake.
Well, yeah, that's what an island is. It's surrounded by water, right? So it has to be.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, there's some water and islands up on the lake somewhere. And if you follow the coastline, shouldn't take you more than a couple of days of looking before you find it. Why? What are you looking for?
We're looking for. He said there's 3 islands in the lake, roughly 3 miles from Claytel. If that am I correct in
Yes.
in that? Okay. So I
3
said
miles
some-
outside of Claytel.
Claytel, yeah. There's these islands like 3 miles outside of Claytel. We're looking for a way to get over there.
You're better off asking one of the older fishermen around here. Sorry. Gareth, over around the corner. If you look for him, he should be resting inside of a little rocking boat he has.
Thank you.
So you venture across the docks until you get over to the fisherman's port of this area, where it is in the open section of the lake itself where the fishermen ports lie, where all of them seem to set up their traps before going out and, catch some things on the side before they go out and catch the bigger catches. As you start asking around, go ahead, ask around.
I shoved Glenn forward to ask around. I don't know where exactly we're going.
I'm the last person you want interacting with other people.
I think you're the perfect person I want interacting with other people.
I'm really
Zombie
not.
steps up.
I'm really not.
Zombie walks up to the first person he sees on the docks.
He looks you up and down. Can I help you?
Do you know where Gareth is?
Oh shit, you must need some nets fixed. Yeah, right over that one. He points in. You see a fairly reserved and quiet looking older human sitting there currently re-sewing and stitching nets.
I look over at Glenn and Reese arguing about who should talk. He's
Go,
over
Glenn,
here.
go. This is your time.
And I'm gonna walk up to Gareth.
Look up at you. Oh, it's been a little while since I've seen lizard folk. Small community out there. They haven't come this far south though in a while. Sorry about that. What can I do for you? You guys got nets you need fixing up or something?
No. We just gotta ask a question about the lake.
All right. You bring me a drink at least?
Can I pay a drink for you?
Yeah, that's fine. You asked for a story, you should bring a man a drink to tell you that story. That's just courtesy, though.
Different culture.
Fair enough. And you give him how much coin for a drink?
Well, with the prices of an inn, so you know what? I'll give him 2 silver.
Whew, that's some premium shit. Thank you. He'll put it in his pocket.
Mhm.
So, what you want to hear about the shimmering or what?
That sounds like something we'd be interested in.
All right, well. So, a while ago, I used to be one of the head fishermen around here, always going out on the waters and enjoying my time out there, catching things, spending day and night just, doing my job. But one night, while I was out there, there's a storm that started brewing up a little bit. And during that storm, I caught some glimpses of shimmering forms moving beneath the waters. And I swear to you, it looked like they were trying to escape the waters themselves. There's at least a few dozen of them.
While he's reciting this story, can I just connect to his mind to see if he's a visual thinker?
Okay. He is not a visual thinker, unfortunately. But you are lining up what he is thinking and saying at the same time. You also incite, though, that he, in his younger years, was a very big drunk. So, could be the
How
booze.
long ago was
could be-
this?
Gonna be longer than 20 years or so ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of such islands about 3 miles out from here.
Sure.
Can you point in the direction of them?
I mean, I could point you in the direction of each of them, or if you want to be a bit more specific, I might be able to help you. What are you looking for on them?
An elf told us a cousin of his lived on them. Seems,
Well,
if it makes any descriptor, the elf called the cousin a bit cuckoo.
you're talking about the Mystic Lady. Yeah, there's a woman out there who lives. Inara, I think. She's a bit eccentric. But yeah, she lives maybe a few miles upstream. If y'all want, we can row out there. I ain't gonna be waiting to get back after dark. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be, so I don't like being out on the waters at night time.
Reasonable.
Yeah, y'all want to charter me? I'll take you out there. Call it at, throw in one more silver.
I toss him an extra silver.
All right, much appreciated. And he takes all of the nets he was working on and dumps them out of his ship and stows them away inside of some type of, satchel to hold everything together for him. All right, all of you come on down in. Ugh.
Yeah, just call over to the arguing asses.
Yeah, just all you have to do is put yourself out there. You don't know that you're not good at talking to someone if you don't put yourself out there, Glenn. Just saying, you were a reasonable bachelor during the party.
Right. I think that was just sheer luck, to be honest with you. Like,
In both of
I
their
give it-
heads, in both of their heads, you could just hear somebody say, "Shut the fuck up! I have chartered us a course to meet a mystic lady.
Oh, see?
Say hello to Gareth. He's a nice enough chap.
Oh, hello, Gareth.
Here, now,
There's more than just you.
Yeah.
I'll toss him 2 extra silver.
Good enough for me.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Rysand.
too. Ryzen.
Or Rysand.
Raisin?
Reese Sand.
Reese.
In his head, somebody just says, "Give him a break. He's old. He's got like 5 more years."
Reese. Works.
Reese. Gotcha. All right.
Reese.
Pleasure, Reese. How you doing?
I'm good.
Rit
And
through
this is
pain.
when Reese kills somebody.
Don't rip out heart.
Somebody-
Don't rip out
some-
heart. Don't rip out heart.
Samdi being generous, Risand being complete murder hobo. What is this, a crossover?
I will say this city, and I look at Samdi. It feels weird that people are like generally nice. I'm so used to, pushing people around in Spalding,
So, are you saying that out loud or just whispering?
Yeah.
Oh, out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, Gareth will
Like,
look over. Well, you
It's
can't
weird.
you can't build a community unless you're willing to help one another out. It's the point of a community.
Yeah. And I guess,
You said you're from Spalding?
yeah.
Fucking fat fuck almost sunk my boat one time.
It's just, I remember those days, community days, and I guess I kind of just forgot that that's a normal thing.
Damn, sounds horrible. Anyways, we're burning daylight. Want to get you all out there and get back before dusk. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be. So, are we taking the bear with us?
I thought we left him with a cart.
That's a
Christian?
tough question.
We can. With Feinsteed, I can summon and desummon him at will, can't I?
You can call him forth, but if you dismiss him, you have to use the spell again to get him back.
Is it find Steed or find Greater Steed at this point?
Steed.
He's multi.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
bears
so.
can swim. You can just tell him to swim next to you. Like,
He's a polar. Yeah, he can swim.
polar bears have a swim speed.
Yeah.
They're actually faster in water than on land.
If it helps, if it puts any concerns down, you can just give us a one-way trip to those islands. We can get back on our own.
Oh, nonsense. I ain't gonna leave y'all stranded out there with some weird fucking mystic lady. I'll get you back, no problem.
Well,
It's not an issue, all right? He pats you on the shoulder. We take care of people around here, all right?
but what if we do have to stay there a little longer? I don't want to put you. I tell you what, because I have the power to move alongside I'm familiar with something, or I have something from this area. Give me something from here, from the shop, and I'll for sure be able to get us back.
Just something?
Just something.
All right.
something
He scoops up a
that-
handful of sand and puts it in your hand.
I don't know if this would count.
I
for this
hand him a
spell, but-
vial,
It's from here.
and I
I put
hand
it-
him a vial, and I shake my golden sand from Casino in a vial, and just say, "I've been using this entire time.
Yeah.
Just it's
Yeah,
an
that-
object, air quotes, from here.
Sand.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I can
Yeah,
pick up
that's-
a rock and call it from here."
I put the sand in a vial and I go, yes. So with this, I can get us back to this specific spot, no problem. So if it helps put your mind at ease, I don't know if we're gonna have to stay there a little longer. And I
Well,
don't
we'll
wanna
see
take you
how
away
it
from your
goes.
family.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, I won't be too worried about my family. They are, the boys have all gone off to school, and the missus is more than happy when I don't come home at night because she gets to have the bed to herself. Sure, you know. Points over at Bart. Yeah.
Yes, I do indeed.
All right, let's get going.
And like I said, don't worry about the bear. He'll just swim alongside us.
Hey, that's all right. Can't pet him? He looks really soft.
He's fine.
All right, he'll reach out and like scruff very roughly the top of the head, which you know for Boris is that's what you need. You need to be rough to get past all of that fur.
You know how it is. He will like you.
Oh, that's a good boy. I used to have
That's
a
a
dog I
big
named
dog.
Bear.
I knew a bear named Dog.
All right, let's
This
get
entire-
going.
Yeah, this entire time that they're, I guess, rowing
Yeah.
towards there, somebody just has his tail like draped off the side in the water.
It's very nice and relaxing. He sits towards the back of the ship, just pushing on either side to get you all moving across this landscape. And as you are traveling, you at first start to hear him whistling a shanty before it inevitably turns into a hum, into a quiet singing, into a full-blown just singing the shanty as you're going across the waters. For all of you with high charisma, this helps the atmosphere a lot. For those of you with low charismas, Glenn, for you, it's more, what is this story? What is it about? Everyone else just accepts it as what it is. For you, it's
I went out
what
to
is it
sea
about?
and died. I went out to sea and died.
Why does he keep talking about a drunken sailor? This is crazy. What's the story? He's
Actually,
in the brig.
I came home on Monday night as drunk could be. And if none of y'all know those songs, I'm so sorry for you. But
I do.
yeah. Alrighty. But you keep sailing across the landscape, or sailing across the water, and looking at the beautiful shoreline that is out here, the beautiful animals flying and maneuvering around the edges of the waters. You see there's quite a few vacationers out here. You know, the poorer folk that vacation Reese. This was another vacation spot option. Who are casting their lines into the water and seem to be spending their days just doing that. Hanging out, fishing, relaxing, taking it easy. But you watch as you pass by many of them and start heading into a much more reclusive area out here. In fact, you pass by one of the islands at first, and you can see they are fairly small, but you imagine with high tide, it would become much more closed off because they're not very tall islands at all. Then you see off in the distance there appears to be some type of, stone building. It's the first stone building you've seen in quite a while out here. It's smaller, but definitely big enough for an individual to live out here. Some type of cabin in the woods. But after a short period of time, you inevitably come across the third island. This island seems to be completely covered in unique herbs and beautiful little bits of greenery all across it. The line of the water seems to crest up a gorgeous sand and slowly move back across it, not in a way that would diminish the island, but in a way that seems to just gently hydrate everything that's on it instead. You see that there is a hut that is oddly very similar to the last hut you all had encountered, and as he's sailing up towards the water, he gives out a whistle, and you all hear immediately a crashing sound from inside the hut. Give one minute. Hello? 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 You see an elven woman pops her head out and her drooping leafy ears going all the way down as she looks over at all of you. People! Hi! Hi, people! Wow! You need medicine? Are any of you dying?
Look at
That
Glenn.
was oddly enthusiastic.
Sorry, I have not seen people in a while. All right, Inari, these folks came here because they need to talk to you about something. Gareth, how have you been? You said you would come back. Yeah, and I did. Oh, it's been at least 3 years. Right. So yeah, they're back. And I got some. These nets, they ain't gonna fix themselves, you know. Oh, I can mend that for you if you want. It's a simple spell. No, I like to do it by hand. I'm okay. Thank you. It's
They used to date.
Shut the fuck up, man. That's
Did they?
well, if you want, I made your favorites. We have some jambalaya.
Domdy is getting off the boat.
I would appreciate a bowl of your jambalaya, but I do gotta work out here. If you're eating my food, you have to sit in my tent.
Zombie is waddling towards her. Just.
Ooh, wow, a lizard folk. Oh, green scale, crocodilian in nature. She starts
Actually,
sniffing at you. Ah,
Him.
casino?
Yeah. Also, as he like
Bachwin.
rubs away the algae again, I'm sand orange.
Ooh, Oda Bachwin then. Nice. Oh, I have so many things I want to ask you about their waters out there, and that vast lake. Did they ever solve that problem they had with the sands that were floating around every? Gareth, come on! And you see, he's seriously debating if he wants to make the sacrifice for jambalaya or not.
In his brain, he just hears, "You want the jambalaya."
Yeah, I know I do. And he just gets off the ship.
As Santi looks over, "Come on, everyone. She's made jambalaya. No use wasting it."
Oh, come on. Wow, there's so many
sure.
people. What's your name, by the way?
Samdi.
Samdi.
I'm Glenn.
You seem familiar.
Step away from the situation as it's happening.
Huh.
Do I?
Yeah. Weirder. But I don't know. I'll search my memories. They're somewhere. The rest of you?
Reese.
Reese. Rhysand. Oh, pleasure to meet you, Rhysand. And she like grabs your hand and shakes and looks over at Gareth. He's like a more refined, younger version of you. Don't worry, humans age beautifully, Gareth. Yeah, all right. And just keeps excusing himself inside.
Good lord.
And you, sir? You have a polar bear. Do not let her touch
Indeed.
me.
He is standoffish, I'm afraid. Not good with people.
Does he want jambalaya?
Do you want jambalaya?
What is jambalaya?
It's seafood and rice stew, I think. Spicy.
Duh.
He would like a little.
Okay, we'll get you a small bowl. All right, everybody, inside, and you get into the tiny hut, and it is cluttered with random trinkets and things that seem to have just washed up on the shore. You see these large sifting nets that she has for apparently scouring the edges of the lake itself. It looks like she does, and there's a lot of different books and things around here as well, and she seems to be as messy on the inside of her home as she seems to be in her own mind as you all move in. But the moment she opens that pot, Samdi, you are hit with the delicious, intoxicating scent of spiced crawfish, other fish, and sausage. And it just smells so fucking good.
He's just like giddily, like waiting, like slightly bobbing.
Unfortunately, I threw out all of my extra bowls. People stopped visiting. Do
Oh.
any of you have bowls?
Yeah. We got bowls from your cousin.
My cousin?
Relvar?
Relivar?
Yeah, Relvar.
Relivar! Oh, I haven't seen him in 30 years. Oh, how is he?
He's still working the lands at the owl dens and bear dens.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Owlbear Valley.
That is wonderful. Oh, and you have bowls from him? He sent you to come visit me? Oh, I must send him a gift as thanks. And you see, like, she's very touchy, but not, like, inappropriate touching. She's just like, wow, real people touching. Like, your arm, your shoulder.
Not
And
my imagination.
yes,
I haven't gone schizophrenic.
yet. This is so perfect. Oh, everybody get your bowls, and she starts scooping and ladling a huge heaping of jambalaya into each of your bowls, and then she goes over to the back and she pulls out this bread, but there's something strange about this bread. It smells more herbally, infused with many different fragrances. The top of it is this like gorgeous golden cover with this slickness to it that as soon as you touch it, you can tell is like partially fried on the outside butter, garlic, and other herbs. It is
just like
amazing.
Sandy is just going to, like, as he's waiting on the bowl, just, looking around. I seem to have a misconception about your character.
What? Oh, I didn't know we knew each other yet. I hope that we can become good friends. I need more friends.
You do. You
Yes.
really do.
I do.
No, I had the impression that you were a sort of mystic.
Oh, yes, I am.
Seem more like a scientist of sorts.
What?
Considering you were scouring.
Scouring. No, I'm a mystic. I read the lake. I read fortunes, and I can see the reshapings of things. Here, take some. And she ladles 2 large heapings into yours, Samdi. Rish, you do detect poisons on shelves. Not in the food.
Okay.
Samdi, as soon as you take a bite, and everybody, as soon as you take a bite of the jambalaya, wisdom saves.
What? Just sprinkled with the dust of deliciousness. Oh no.
Don't forget your +5.
Is this a charm effect?
No.
Okay.
So mine's 18.
All right. Then all of you can roleplay however you see fit, but Samdi, there is a joy in your chest as soon as you bite into this food. This is the most delicious jambalaya you have ever had in your life. And everybody, this is the most delicious jambalaya you've ever had.
Reese is gonna keep his
Nice.
composure.
As he has like the spoon halfway in his mouth, just you could reduce a man to tears.
That's what all of... See, it's a marvel why I'm still single.
It might have something to do with the limited dating options of being the sole inhabitant of an island in the middle of a lake.
You're not wrong.
Oh, but many of the fishermen have come by, right? Gareth, he and I were even betrothed one time. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
God damn. You see he gets a tear that just rolls down his cheek. Damn.
Yeah, told you.
I'm so glad that you still enjoy it. And she like pats his shoulder and arm, and he seems like instinct says recoil, but he just loves the food so much. Ugh, I really should visit you a bit more often. Yes, please, whenever. But anyways, eat, and then I can tell your fortunes for you, if you want.
Yeah, you know
Sure.
what? Yeah, I was gonna say sure. I'll
I'm
I'll
down.
indulge.
Perfect. I assume that's what you came here for.
Well,
No. Go ahead.
halfway. I expected it, considering title, that it was something interesting. Also, and I point towards Glenn, he wants to ask you something.
You wish to
No,
ask
Glenn,
me
don't
something.
be shy.
Don't be shy. Ask me anything. Anything at
Just
all.
slap him on the back. I'm gonna hit him with inspiration.
Yes.
Right. Well, I mean, you said I kind of look familiar to you. I was wondering if, there's rumors going around and word from your cousin that you knew someone named Lila or Lila.
Lila. Lilla, 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 Lilla. And she starts going to the walls and looking at many different objects. Lilla, Lilla. No, that's...
Gonna move the wall, and there's like a string theory board.
There isn't... That's not Lilla. That's not... Lilla! She pulls out a crystal ball. Yes! She gave me this. Long time ago.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about her, you know? Because
Oh,
just following some old tales from books and stuff, and
books.
finding out that more stuff about these books are actually, you know, actually more than just folk tales, you know?
Books. Books. She goes over to the wall that has a very messy bookshelf. It would give any wizard an aneurysm to look at. And books. Glenn! Glenn Strider! And she reaches and pulls out Whispers of the Sunken Realm, a first edition.
Oh,
Yes!
snap.
Yes! Lilla! She's in this as well. That's where we've met. You told me stories.
Who told you stories?
You did. The books. You. These are yours, right? You're Glenn. Glenn? Glenn?
Yeah.
As this is happening, Santi's going to like interject a slight bit. I hesitate to see what's in your mind, as I'm going to connect to her.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I want to detect thoughts, but I'm scared.
So, Samdi, it is hard to penetrate into the constant storm that is this woman's mind. I do need you to actually give me a charisma check to be able to pierce through into it and filter through the nonsense that is constantly happening to what is the important aspects.
You know what? I'm going to use the I did what the DM asked me inspiration. When me and Glenn were the only ones that put the downtime activity. So I have advantage on this.
I'm
15.
lucky.
Reroll it. Let's go.
Not lucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Okay, so
It's a
15.
new dawn. It's a new day.
It's a 15. Unless you want to
15.
keep doing this.
Alrighty. So it's still very cloudy, but you see her memory seems to be surrounding getting this book and reading it, not meeting Glenn, but connecting the two lines somewhere in her mind. It's just very difficult to get through all of that. This is the equivalent of you entering into a schizophrenic drunk's mind. It's difficult to
That's
find
what I was
anything.
That's what I was afraid of when I was connecting. Schizophrenic drunks.
Yeah. Yes, and wow.
I mean, I think you're mistaken. I mean, my name is Glenn, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not the Glenn that wrote this book.
You're
I'm
not?
just- I'm just asking questions about it, you know, because I wanted to know more about it, because
Oh.
it does pertain to me. I think.
Lila gave me this, and she holds up the orb. She got it while she was down below, and she came out, and I was sifting, so I found her, so I brought her here, and I fed her, and she got clothed and bathed, and then she gave me this and ran.
And Brand, did she say where she was going by any chance, or?
She did, away.
Great.
I believe her exact words were, "I need to get away from you."
Okay, that kind of tracks. Did she say anything about what that crystal ball you got there does?
Samdi, when she recalls this memory, you can discern the "I need to get away from you" seem distinctly scared, but you're not sure of what. Oh, yes. This came from the sunken ruins. Yes.
Sunken ruins, like beneath the lake.
Oh, yes. That's where they would sink to.
Any unusual creatures that Lila talked about
Oh.
from there?
Well, there's the she mentioned The others wished to escape, but they couldn't. They fought her, and they tried to stop her, but she didn't let them. And Glenn, you recall some type of like guardians that were trying to stop her from leaving that she had to fend off and get past in the stories. But she escaped. Nearly died. I saved her though. Then she ran.
There's things that were stuck in there never came up or anything to chase after her.
No. They stay closer to the ruins. Apparently, I've never seen them. It might all just be stories and fable. Here, and she'll hand you the crystal orb.
I'll inspect it. Take a look at it. Anything special about it? Anything magical coming from it?
Roll me a Arcana check.
I am inspired, which is a D8, D10.
D10, son.
Nice. And I will also use my D6 on this. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Woo!
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary, but whatever. 28.
Hey, we take those 28s.
Mhm.
It would appear this crystal ball, though it should act like a normal crystal ball would for the purposes of scrying and things like that, there's something else about it. It seems to be like a key. Like its magic is meant to connect to a different magic in order to open it. Something. And you're not sure why you made that connection. You haven't gone over that level of magic with Kat yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just somewhere in your mind you were able to make that connection.
Hey Glenn.
What's going on?
The books they detail a story, yeah? Each one of them their own character meeting up, yeah? With the rest of them. Can you hand me the book on the sunken whatever?
Yeah, here we go.
The Sunken Realm? Here, I have a first edition. I took a lot of notes, and she hands you her copy, Somty.
Thank you. As I'm going to quickly flip through it, trying to pay attention to any of the, if it's not completely scribbled with notes, it's not even legible anymore. There's just notes.
She writes in the margins more than anything else.
See, as I'm just somewhat paying attention to the notes, but mostly I'm trying to retrace the steps to in the story where we are currently. If there is a story about the main character getting stranded on a beach with a, I don't know, crazy lady?
Okay. Towards the, I'll say investigation.
That's a 10.
10.
I'm gonna lose my second luck point for today. And handle that.
Burning them.
I mean,
That's a
it's
21.
evening.
Let's go.
Like it's evening, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's totally not a combat. So, as you read through Samdi, you start piecing together. Towards the story, like the beginning of the story, she seems to be underwater almost exclusively. There's only a few periodic times where she was able to breach surface, but she couldn't see land. She didn't know where she was. Towards the end of it is when she defied these glowing echoes, as she called them, the Guardians. And in her last moments, it would appear in this first book that her, as the protagonist, died. But she awakens on the shoreline by a enigmatic mystic woman, as it is referred to in the book. A competent, powerful healer who grants her another chance of breath and allows her to succeed. Only in the trading of her object does she learn, though, that there's civilization out here. And even though this does not appear to be her home, she might still be able to find her way back with their help. So the enigmatic individual seems to be this, well, properly quoted as eccentric person. Does check out at the end of the book, though.
Yeah. As I'm like going through to the end of it, do I see any like written name? Because it's the first edition.
Yeah.
Just like trying to see if somebody wrote, for example, Glenn Strider.
Yeah.
And the back or anyone.
Yeah, in the back, Elgin Glenstrider.
Hey Glenn, could you write something down for me?
Like what?
Yeah, just write your name.
Write
Okay.
your signature.
I will write what naturally comes to me for my signature.
Woo!
Why is it an X? I'm just kidding.
Why does it say Jack the Ripper?
It's
No.
just a line? Like, just...
No. Yeah, I'm going to compare signatures.
Okay. Comparing the two signatures, it would appear that... are you proficient in forgers, by any chance?
I might. Hold on. Let me just double check this. Back character options. I am not.
Damn. Then give me a straight wisdom check.
21.
Glenn's handwriting is a lot sloppier than Glenn Strider.
Okay. But
The strokes don't seem terribly too different. But it is Glenn's handwriting is vastly sloppier in total. Like more frantic than the other one was more fluid.
Guys, if I wrote these books, I think I would know. Come on.
I mean,
I would know if I forgot something, guys. Just saying.
Glenn,
And-
your memories are.
I get flashes.
hodgepodge.
I get flashes, man.
That's the problem. You're not supposed to get flashes.
So, while you all are having this conversation, she seems to be walking around the room and looking for objects. And at some point, all of you did notice that Gareth did sneak away after he was done eating. And this boat is still out there, but he's like hiding in it now. Just like, I'm totally not here right now. And she'll look over and so I'll make more food and you all can tell me things like what's been happening. Okay and this is where we're calling the session.
I was gonna say I was gonna ask her very quick if I can draw a teleportation circle here, because I would say that our friendly wizard might want to be part of this.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, but that's where we're going to call it. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great time. See ya.